Esa niña no se aguanta. Quiere todo porque el pussy sabe a Fanta. Si la dejas por pendejo,
Guess what the fuck we just... Guess what the fuck we just started? Not only is it the quinceañera tour, the quince I never had, but we got the one and only official motherfucking Comadre up in this bitch. Now it feels like tour's gonna start. Now it feels like the quince I never fucking had. We needed that Comadre love. And you know what? Even though I just made you take a shot, we're gonna take another motherfucking shot because that's what fucking time it is and we're celebrating. I can't even believe you have blessed us with your presence because when everybody...
Gracias.
Shouts out Bucci, but Bucci was the main one that started like, yo, you gotta bring Comadre. And I was like, what if my little podcast doesn't fucking, you know what I mean? So I've been like working it up to get to that point where like now.
Bien chingona desde el principio.
Nos vamos a fucking, and plus you was in Mexico vibing.
Oh yeah, for 2 months.
Right?
Me las perdí.
I was like, ¿cuándo te vas a regresar, güey? Like ya estuvo, but you know.
I'd still be over there.
What part of Mexico?
Michoacán.
Hijo de su pinche madre, ¿cuál? Hey, ándale, vale. Fucking, what part?
Uruta es un pueblito muy chiquito.
I'm from Nueva Italia. Well, I don't really go very much, but my dad's from Michoacán too, so shouts out. Las michoacanas como la fucking straight paletería. All right, ready?
Esa niña no se aguanta. Quiere todo porque el pussy sabe a Fanta. Si la dejas por pendejo se te...
Golly. That's 2 shots in a row and I haven't ate.
Me neither.
We're gonna be bad bitches.
Vamos a rezar.
Huh?
Vamos a rezar.
I know, straight up. But fuck it. How you doing? How you feeling? ¿De qué quieres hablar o qué? Nomás just talking to the mic close to your mouth como que...
Como que es algo más. Pues lo que sea tú. I'm an open book.
Open book.
Sí, lo que tú quieras.
What do you guys? Do you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything? Start the convo. This isn't an interview. This isn't like a how did you get... This is like a straight up... ¿Cuál es el chisme right fucking now? ¿De qué quieres hablar? Like, do you have... I'm an open book. You an open book?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The question. Did they give you the shot que te mandé? That's the question.
I don't know.
I think que no te lo dieron porque
alguien se la tragó.
It was when you were performing at that TikTok event and I was like, as soon as I saw, I was like, le voy a agarrar un shot. So I went to the bar and I was like, un tequila. And then they gave it to me and then you walked off. I was like holding it up para que miras, pero no me miras porque había gente, ¿verdad?
Oops.
Wait,
sorry.
whoa.
Sorry.
And then te fuiste and then I was like, someone que estaba ahí, I don't know who it was. I was like, come. And they're like, what? And I was like, give this to her. And I was like, it's tequila. I was like, no tiene nada. I'm like, I'll take a sip out of it if you want me to, pero take it. And they took it. They're like, okay, I'll give it to her. No sé si se lo echaron o qué hicieron con él, pero...
Se lo tomó, pinche AJ, se lo tomó. AJ, shouts out AJ. He probably drank the fucking shot. But it's all good. I was drunk. Did you notice on stage?
You look good to me. So.
Thank you. I had a problem earlier that day in the okay, so you know when your best friend takes your phone away when you're texting somebody that you shouldn't be texting? Mm-hmm. Okay, so she took it away from me I had fucked up. So I had said something crazy and then I was like, oh shit, it was an accident. And then she took my phone and then I started crying and I was like, give me my phone back, please. And then she wouldn't give it back to me. And then she's like, you got to punch me in the face to get your phone back. And then they were like, go on stage. And I was like... So then I just started drinking and I was just all fucked up. But did you like the show?
It was really fucking fun.
You couldn't tell that I was going through drama in the back?
No.
Hey, professional.
I was like, oh, she's ready. She's just hyped.
Yeah,
Eso no.
Estaba hablando pura fucking mierda up there on stage. But I was having a blast because honestly, it was a bunch of like famous TikTokers and everything. And I was like, you guys know, I usually pop up champagne bottle. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it on them. They're all dressed all nice. They look good and everything. And then they're like, do it. I was like,
ay, qué nice. Gente rica, ellos pueden pagar para que se los lave. Nada pasa.
Tú también, ahí estabas. Y tú fucking comadre. You were the first familiar face I saw, so I felt comfortable.
Por los rizos.
Yeah, I'm fucking güerita. I was like, yo, esta de aquí soy. No, I'm just but yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I feel famous right now for having
I feel famous by like being in your presence. I feel like I don't fit in.
What are you talking about?
No, like I feel like I'm like an imposter, like taking up space que no dejo.
Oh my God, I love you so much. Do you want me to put my quinceañera dress so that you feel more? Because I'll feel like an imposter. If I put a quinceañera dress right now, I'm going to feel, I don't know. You know, that's the first time I've worn like a dress. Like,
oh, really?
My mom doesn't, like my mom always wanted me to look pretty in dresses and I didn't because my knees are a little bit crooked. So like I always...
Así también los tiene mi familia. No te apures.
Es de Michoacán. Eso viene de Michoacán, but it's all right.
Quién sabe.
Estamos poquito, you know, fucking Raggedy Ann, but it's okay. We're vibing. We're chilling.
De todos modos, caemos muy bien. Tenemos la personalidad bonita.
Is your dog still in Mexico or is it in...
Me la traje. I took her with me and I brought her back with me and I said, si no me dejan que me la traigan, pues no me regreso.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. My little Zafaira, my baby.
How old is she?
She's 8 months.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got to meet Pancho. Even though
it's crazy that I gave birth to her a couple months ago.
Oh, that's so fucking cute. Wait, you got her here and then you took her over there?
Yeah, she was a rescue, and then I took her, and then I brought her back.
Oh,
I know my family was like, más bien ellos, tu perra que no tiene, que es animal, se vino acá a México, y yo sin papeles, yo no puedo ir. And I was like, tía, don't say that.
Wait,
like,
but
you're making me feel guilty. Like,
put me
por favor.
on, though. Is it hard to get, like, a dog over
No.
there?
All you have to buy their ticket. A mí me salió como a 90. And me broke. And me actually, I was so broke. I didn't have money. But I was like, me la voy a llevar. Y si no va, no voy. Pero su vuelo de allá costó 90 y de regreso también. Pero then you have to get a health certificate. Y eso me costó. It was last minute too, because I didn't know if they were going to take her. Porque Volaris no me contestaba mis mensajes.
Pinche Volaris, hijo de
I
su
know.
puta madre.
I was like calling them.
bitches.
Y yo por WhatsApp diciendo, oh, the pets. Y ellos que no me hacían refer to anyone. But last minute agarré un documento que era a health certificate. Me salió como 200 y algo. I was like, after that, I had $50 in my account. And I was like, pues that.
You were like, pinche
I was
vuelo
like,
costó
I was
menos
like
que
al
el
menos that's
costo.
the Uber ride to the airport. Ya de ahí a ver cómo me las.
Pero Isafaera, ¿cómo se she's traveled.
Yeah,
Well
bien
traveled.
divertida allá con los chacales de México, her little street boyfriends.
Oh my gosh. She didn't get pregnant? Oh, she's fixed?
She's fixed. I was like,
Okay.
if she's like me, she's going to get pregnant. So no. No, ella no. Ella todavía está peque.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of fucking Pancho, he's not fucking fixed. I want to take him to Mexico. $90. We could take Pancho. He's going to get attacked. He seems like he's got little man syndrome for sure.
No, yeah, and sometimes the dogs in Mexico aren't very nice. Like, all the dogs kind of hated my dog.
They were like, pinche
Hasta los
gringa,
gatos,
pinche madre.
se la chingó una gata de ahí de la casa.
Oh my gosh, play me that for una gatita. That's what happened? The gatita fucking showed up?
No, yeah, because that cat nomás es bien agresiva, and I was like right there, and I saw de la nada que se le deje, and I was like, Frappuccino, déjala.
Frappuccino? That's the cat that beat up your dog. I'm fucking dead. You don't drink beer, right?
No.
Okay, but you drink shots.
Sí.
Pero, ¿quieres como mixer? No te quiero dar tantas shots. Vamos a dar hasta la...
Que me traigan un agua para que no me desmaye. Pero
Denle
le echo
un
otro
agua,
shot.
un agua and fucking... There's juice too, if you want, or something.
Que juice, lo que sea,
Have
lo
you
que
ever
caiga.
drank... You know sangrita? Do you know sangrita? No? Dude, nobody? Dude, when I went to fucking... in Mexico City... In Mexico City, they have that fucking Garibaldi where they have all the fucking mariachis and shit, and that's the first place where I drank like sangrita. So it's like a michelada but with tequila. So you drink the tequila shot and then you drink the sangrita, and that like softens it up. Because honestly, just straight taking shots, I'm fucked up right now. How are you not fucked up? We just took 2 shots.
Me siento calientito, pero todavía
You're
functional. I blacked out in Mexico, so right now this is light.
What'd you do?
I ended up in front of a church.
Wait, that's what you do when you end up blacked out?
I don't know.
That's not even that bad.
It was Diosito cuidándome. No,
Dude.
es que yo no tengo mis sneaky links in Mexico anymore because I'm loyal sometimes. Pero no.
Oh wait, so you're taken right now.
Yeah.
That's right, because we were talking about Valentine's Day, and because I didn't have no Valentine's Day, I'm like, yo, come on, let's go be fucking sluts. And then he's like, I have plans on Valentine's Day. I was like,
mi novio.
Fuck.
A virtual day.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah. Pero es que I'd rather take shots. A mí no me gusta hacer sippy. Like sip stuff.
Oh.
Porque I feel que se me calienta y luego me da hueva, so I'd rather just take it y que me
¿Se te calienta qué?
La bebida.
Oh.
No otras cosas, pero...
I was like, okay.
No, yeah, pero right now estoy bien.
Okay.
En México, pero como te digo, me emborraché tan feo. Algo, my parents didn't know. My aunt covered for me. She's so real. Gracias, Anita. No.
Oh my God. Shout out, Anita.
Pero es porque estamos haciendo mix. Primero nos echamos a double shot of Centenario. Then someone was like, let's take a shot of vodka, a baby mango. Me lo echamos. Y luego they're like, let's take an alien. Es como una, I don't know what kind of alcohol. I think it's like whiskey. And you drop it in a drink de apple. Y te lo haces chug. Then after that, we're like, unas mamadas. And I was like, esas son mis meras buenas.
Yeah,
so I was
you were like,
lo
listo.
echamos. And then para acabarlo, I was like,
¿Pero qué es
shot de
mamada?
Centenario.
Espérame, ¿qué es mamada?
Sabe como chocolate. I don't know what kind of alcohol it is. Pero sabe como, they put whipped cream on top of it. You put your hands behind your back.
We need to do better on this podcast because we don't have great drink. Like, we don't have mamadas and all that shit. We have, like, tequila shot,
recipe.
just fucking raw dog and tequila. Like, it
I'll
ain't
get the
fucking...
recipe, no te apures. And then after that,
the basic.
I was like, a double shot of Centenario, and we were already feeling it. Then my fault was on the way to the baile, I was like, un cantarito. And then my cousin isn't a friend. He was like, let's chug it. And I was like, arre. So we chugged it. Don't ask me what happened then. I got to the baile. I saw the lights. Someone offered me a shot. I took it. I just remember going to the bushes. Then I woke up like en una jardinera, and I was like, I was sleeping, and someone was like, ¿Estás bien? I was like, me quiero dormir. Close my eyes again. Was in front of the church. Close my eyes again. And then ya estaba dormido en la casa de mi tía.
Oh my gosh. It's like one of those, like, what are those things when you do the fucking little image thing or whatever? You're like, church. And then home. And then, what the fuck? And then you and your dog are flying back on Volaris.
No, yeah. And I told my prima, I was like, did I make myself look stupid last night? ¿O qué pasó? And she's like, no, ni eso, nomás te emborrachaste y te fuiste a dormir. And I was like, okay, pues qué bien.
No, pues, good.
I got home somehow, no.
That's the best way that you can wake up. Because do you know what post-party depression is? Okay, so when you wake up with post-party depression and you're like, what did I do last night? And then people, you know, it can go really wrong. Wait, JT, you looked worried. Were you worried about my hair?
No.
Oh, I'm like, and JT, do you drink anymore? Do you want to take a shot with us? We mutuals up in this bitch. You feel me? And you just flew in from Miami. He flew in from Miami and did my hair immediately, and then now we're here. So I think you should get real, get a little fucked up. Plus your outfit is lit. What about? Oh, you can't. You. I'm just trying to get everyone drink. You, and you. Everybody.
Todos un shot. Puto el que no. Ah.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Hey, bring the tequila. Bring a little cup. Una gatita que te gupi.
Well, speaking of like ending up in church, tomorrow's Ash Wednesday, right?
Sí.
Do you get ash?
Get ashed?
Yeah.
Do you get ashed?
Yeah.
Ándale.
Puta pero católica.
Oh.
We should play fucking Que Oso. That's gonna be my main song to sing on.
Okay.
Cheers.
Pa' arriba,
Pa'
pa'
abajo,
abajo,
pa'l centro,
pa' adentro.
Yo una chica, y ahora de repente se le quita. Los persinados, acuérdate que yo era monaguilla. Y donde se le fue lo católico, pensamiento erótico. Ese padre tiene cola que pisar. Que tanto juzgas que estás.
I like how, all these years that I've spent drinking and I keep leaving my shot at half. Wow.
Es que mis amigas son borrachas, like ella. Ella es bien borracha.
¿Tú eres borracha y no estás tomando? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué está pasando?
Like,
¿No te inspiro yo a tomar?
And not something, alcoholism runs in my family, so it's not a good combination. Pero no soy adicto. No se apuren.
I feel that.
Yo me controlo.
Look, JT is gorgeous. Dude, right? Weren't we just talking about how JT just be popping up on our on our For You and we'd be like,
bien hermoso.
Hermoso. Perfect. Oprah with the drinks. Dude, Snopra. I told you guys my goal is to be Snopra. So the interviews are happening. The fucking drinking is, well, I don't know. Does Oprah drink? She doesn't, huh? Damn.
I don't think so.
I feel like no.
The drunk Snopra. We all know what's up with her and Gail. You know what I mean? Or no? Like, I like that. I want to, I'm looking for my Gail to just, you trying to Gail it up? You're like, we in this bitch. I'm just kidding. Everybody on TikTok, by the way, if you guys want to, please make your way over to the fucking podcast because we're going to keep this shit going. And if it's anything like the last time that we got drunk on this podcast, I know you wake up and you have no regrets, but I wake up and I'll be like, I said what?
I wake up with regrets.
On Beyonce's interview? I mean, on internet. ¿Ves? Ya me emborraché.
Ya ni modo.
Yeah.
Might as well hacer el pecado completo y emborracharse uno bien.
I aspire to be more like you. Because I feel like I
me
guilt
saying
myself.
That 5 minutes later, me on the ground.
Which is fine if you wake up and you have no regrets. Like, I feel like I guilt myself over shit, but it's like, bitch, you already did it. Like, why are you even guilting yourself? I think that's trauma,
Ni
it's like,
modo.
me quiero tratar mal. Like, debería yo de estar como, like, contenta. Like, fuck it, I did it. Like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Like,
right?
Ya pasó, ya, ni modo.
Si voy a ser tóxica, like, all the way.
Yeah. I'm like, como si mi mamá siempre dice, si vas a hacer un pecado, hazlo completo. Si te vas a salir en la noche, quédate afuera hasta la madrugada. Ya lo te van a dar la misma regañada.
Yeah, be like a lesbian. Stay a week.
Like,
right?
si tomas poquito and you have a little hangover, you're still going to have a hangover. Might as well drink a lot. So it's a big hangover. Get it over with.
Yeah.
Para eso tienen los electrolytes, todo eso, un suero vitaminado, lo que caiga.
Oh my gosh, I like your fucking thought process.
Gracias.
Mira, tú me vas a venir a visitar a mí y nos vamos a poner hasta atrás. Yo te voy a ir a visitar a ti. And then we're going to take our dogs to Mexico. Because I'm not going to lie. The real reason I don't go to Michoacan very much is because I don't get along with my dad. But like, I could be in Michoacan and like not have to talk to my dad. I could like,
Ignóralo.
talk to all my tias and my fucking grandma.
And it's so much fun.
Is it?
But
Where you're from?
Yo me divierto mucho. And that's, yo no bailo porque yo bailo como pendejo. como que yo no tengo ritmo bonito, unless I'm really drunk. So that's why I drink a lot before I go.
Okay.
Pero I have a lot of fun. Nomás es como going to Mexico and going to bailes is like you're 13 going through like middle school drama again. Like, did you see who's dancing with who? Oh my God. Did you see like se pelearon en el baile? Oh my God. Like it's so like childish, but it's so much fun. And it's like, it's so much fun. Y yo
That's
tengo
literally... That's literally what. Did you have a quinceañera or like bautizo? Did you like family gatherings?
No, not. I had them, pero no me gustaban.
Me neither. But like now, the reason that I didn't want to have a quince and that now I'm like, okay, let me have the quince I never had is because I used to be scared of like family or like judgment or like all that. You know, because like obviously like I was a tomboy and like whenever I would like try to go to the family gatherings, they'd always judge me and stuff. But like now I feel like they can't. Or if they do, like, I don't give a fuck.
And you have to speak up. Like, you have to be loud. Yo soy malcriado. Like,
Yeah?
my parents raised me right, pero if someone says something, like, I tell my mom cuando vamos a ir a una fiesta, and if there's a certain family member there, I'm telling, like, if Nicolás says something, I'm going to say something back. She's like, chuche nomás. And I'm like, ni modo. Yo te estoy diciendo, si miras que me dice algo, sácame de ahí, porque si no, yo le voy a decir algo.
That's awesome.
Like, I came up with, like, situations in my head, so I'm ready to, I
what
know what to
sign
say.
are you?
Yo soy un Tauros.
Nice. My
Cinco
mom's
de
a fucking
Mayo.
Tauro.
Cinco
Oh,
de Mayo.
nice. Cinco de Mayo.
I
So you're
know.
always partying on fucking...
Sometimes, hay veces.
Dude, with my mom, like, she was like, y vas a ir y te vas a callar. And I'm like, what? So every time, like, my family would, like, trigger me, but then whenever I responded, I was, like, rezongona, malcriada, like, you know, all that shit. But I'm just, like, now as an adult, I feel like I'm going to, yeah, I should show up to all family gatherings and be like, I'm here.
And my mom too, she's like,
Say
eres
something.
malcriado. And I'm like, sí.
Mhm.
Sí soy. Y ni modo.
I
Y tener
aspire to be
que
you.
aguantar. Esa es la cruz que les tocó. Ni modo. No, y siempre dicen que los papás pagan con los hijos con lo que hicieron en su juventud. So this is God punishing you for the way you acted in your youth. So ni modo.
You're...
Y ni modo. That's my favorite phrase. Y ni modo.
I want to be like that. I'm going to call my mom right now and just start like just saying whatever I want. And then I'll be like, y ni modo. She's going to be like, Claudia, ¿qué está pasando? I'll be like,
Me.
hanging out with my bestie right here. Yeah. Wow. I'm inspired. Okay, so now I
Gracias,
know.
gracias.
Now I know how to attack this. We're going to Mexico. Iro, we're going to Mexico y ni modo.
That's gonna be your thing now.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Michoacan?
Yeah, we could go. Whatever.
You haven't been since you were like 5.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. For what? To party?
I don't know.
All
Punch
right.
my dad in the face.
No, heck
No?
no.
Okay, whatever.
Y es bien bonito. Like, if you have cousins or a sibling or, like, your friends, nomás es pistear. Like, that's all you do. Like, we would wake up crudos, go eat mariscos, calm down, go, like, eat some more. Then we'd be like, okay, nos encontramos a la esquina a las 8:30. Then we go to the bar, pregame, at 9 or 10, nos vamos al baile. Y allá nos quedamos. Y cenamos tacos. Ahí es la vida tan bonita.
Honestly, Michoacan does have bomb food. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've been to
Like-
many states in Mexico, but Michoacan food.
Like, and I always think I'm like, you know how here they have health certificates?
Mhm.
They'd get a 0. Like, flies be landing on the food.
Yeah.
It adds flavor. I don't know si dejan huevitos o qué hacen, pero, like, sabe tan rica la comida. Like, this year when I was getting tacos de carnitas, that's my favorite kind of meat, carnitas. Well, one of my favorite kinds of
Okay,
meats.
order the
I
carnitas.
know.
Tell Lisa to get the carnitas tacos
And
right
I
now.
was like, oh my God, like, I saw the moscas landing on it, and I was like, the way I don't care, and I'm still going to eat it, and it's still going to be so good. And it was more than I expected. Ay, con un chile vinagre. Ay, qué rico.
Oh my God. Do you eat morisqueta? Or no?
No, ¿qué es eso?
What? Oh, shit. Okay. No, I'm about to put you on. That's literally like native to Michoacan.
Oh, really?
Morisqueta, yeah. But I don't know where you're, like, I don't know Michoacan that well because, like I said, I don't get along with my dad.
It might be a different name for me. Porque,
Yeah.
porque sometimes I feel like, especially on TikTok, like, cuando dices algo, people will be like, oh, it's called this, pero diferentes partes de México, or like even in the same state, have different names for certain things.
Yeah. And then when white people discover it, they definitely come up with a different fucking name. Morisqueta, honestly, it's literally just like this salsa with the meat. They put the cheese, but then it's like on top of beans and rice, which is like, it would probably describe even Dominican food or fucking, you know, whoever the fuck else. Like, it's like meat, sauce, beans, rice. Like, that describes generally the majority of food.
Yeah, that's like something my dad just like opens the fridge and is like, tengo hambre, me voy a servir algo.
Morisqueta. But It's very particular. But my mom's from Zacatecas. My dad's from Michoacan. So I know like what in my family is from Michoacan because my mom makes it very... She's very vocal about being like, that's from your dad's side. And I'll be like...
Do you eat corundas?
See, what the fuck is that?
Son como tamales, pero no son... Pues they're like a Michoacan version of a tamal.
Wait, what? Wait, I gotta look up where he's from because I need to look up where where fucking Nueva Italia and where he's from is. Like,
What to look at me?
I want to pull up.
Michael Jackson. Well, I put M-I-C-H instead.
Oh,
Oh wait, that is how you spell it. Oh, in the map.
and you're from where?
Uruta. It's
Wait, what is this? How you spell it?
U-R-U-R.
Uruapan.
No. A-T.
Are you? See?
Oh, wait, there's a U before the T? I'm like, hold on.
Oh, that's
Uruta.
mad use.
Oh, yeah, Uruta.
God damn.
My house is in the center. Oh, me not giving my address. Never
I'm
mind.
dead.
Never mind.
Pull up on my
house
family.
isn't there. My house isn't there.
Okay, so it's like here.
Ooh, and you see that little mountain? Well, that mountain above it, there's like a crater, and in the middle there's a little lake, and there's deer there. It's really cute.
What?
Oh.
Deer? And it looks like a volcano.
Yeah, it's a dormant volcano.
female deer.
So if it erupts, mi familia ni modo.
Dang, imagine all the
Hopefully
deer.
not.
Oh
Hopefully
my
not.
god.
Pero yeah, ahí está Uruta.
Okay, so okay.
Okay.
And then
then where's...
New York. I'm there.
Wait,
Pues lejos.
why does it say one?
Nueva
oh,
Italia. Yeah. Or Uruapan. Oh. And then how far are we? So we can see each
where
other.
was that? Hold on.
You know,
let me-
said Google Maps fail.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look up directions.
We're good.
Uru.
Oh,
But you should
I
go.
know.
I always tell people, I'm like, obviously, like if you don't get along with your family, es diferente.
Yeah.
But like if you're comfortable with going just by yourself and like not ignoring them, es tan bonito.
Are you
Because like it's such a different lifestyle. Like I feel like it makes you really humble when you come back and see like todas las cosas que tenemos aquí,
yeah.
que allá no.
Yeah.
Like hot water. Like when
Yeah.
I took my first hot water shower here, I was like, ay, qué bonito.
Yeah.
I'd still move there in a heartbeat. I always tell people, I'm like, si yo estuviera rico, que I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't be here.
No, straight up.
Like, when I come
do
back, I
both your
get-
parents.
Hmm?
Both your parents are from Michoacan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They're from
that's
one
nice.
town over.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
A
But I
romantic-
always tell them, I'm like, I would move back in a heartbeat. And I was like, I tell my friends, I even tell Tori, I'm like, mi amiga que está allá sentada. I'm like, if I had a choice, I would live over there and come visit like maybe once or twice a month. But I
Yeah.
would live over there. Like, es tan bonito. And then like being with your cousins, tu familia, es algo bien bonito. And like tus abuelitos, like todo.
Aw.
Just being there.
Why don't
it's
you?
different.
You don't want to go?
I'm not rich yet, so I can't afford it.
Oh my god.
Porque
What?
being in Mexico is nice, pero teniendo trabajo allá es difícil. Like, no voy a decir que no, and you don't get paid a lot, so it's hard.
I feel that. Oh my gosh. That's like. But your parents are together.
Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
together now and here or over there?
Ahorita están en Mexico.
That's so nice.
And if I had
Aw.
I want to have a business here, so then I can get contracts. 'Cause there's a thing where you can like hire immigrant workers from Mexico
Yeah.
and bring them over, so I can bring all my primas.
You're like, hey, bitch, you
I'm
employed
like,
now, bitch.
we're all coming over here, but then I still want us to move back and all live together in una casa. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
And I love my mom's
it
side of
makes
the
me
family,
wish I got along with my family. I'm like,
You have family. Te vas conmigo a mi ranchito, ni
Yeah.
modo. Está feíto hay veces, pero ay, bien.
do you know
bien
where
a
my
gusto.
family's from? Oh my God. I'm not going to lie. Here's the thing. Y'all know me. I'm a very proud Mexican. All my life, all I do is be proud of being Mexican. So, but I grew up very much in my Zacatecas side of my family. So I hadn't seen my dad for 14 years. I finally was like, okay, I'm going to go see my dad, whatever. I go see him and I'm like, showing my ex around or whatever, the whole town. And like, everybody's very unimpressed of like where we're from. But, and I like to be proud of where the fuck I'm from. I'm like, this is, I couldn't stand being there I literally within 24 hours, I was like, Dad, do you and your new children and new family want to go to the beach? Because I literally took them to the fucking beach because it was so fucking hot. I don't know what it is about Nueva Italia that it's like everything it was like 150 fucking degrees and I couldn't fucking deal with it. And it made me feel very American. Like, mind you, like I said, all my life, I've been like, yo soy de rancho, yo soy fucking, yeah, hell yeah. I bought a rancho here literally with goats and chickens because I love that shit. But when I was there, I was like, we need some fucking AC. And I am a fucking Karen compared to everybody else. So maybe I would like to go to where you're from, because where I'm from,
Pues se
I was
pone
dying.
calientito, pero no tanto. And then also, like, my parents work really hard, especialmente mi papá. He works in the fields. So with the money that he's been saving, like, after, like, cada pagando los biles, we have a 2-story house, and it's really nice. So it's, like, very comfortable.
That's nice.
And I always tell people, and when I show my people my house in Mexico, they're like, oh, entonces eres rico, esto que lo otro. I'm like, no, es de mucho esfuerzo de mis papás. And also my grandparents, like, su casa está muy bonita. And I'm like, they're like, oh, so your grandma was rich. I'm like, no, de mucho esfuerzo de sus hijos que le mandan dinero para que, like, para que pueda vivir en una casa bonita. You know?
That's fucking beautiful. Can you give me a fucking applause? That's fucking beautiful. See? Mucho esfuerzo de sus papás. My fucking dad been over there fucking 15 years not doing shit. But anyway, where's my dad from?
Yes, 3 hours from.
3 hours. That's not bad.
I mean, but
Little-
you
I have
go.
kind
Little
of
train
family
ride
in
and a couple-
Uruapan, which is kind of close to you.
Yeah. Nice.
We
But,
always
like-
fly into Morelia Airport, so.
Straight up, my tia lives in Morelia. She's a lawyer. She's fucking fire.
Okay. I just
She be
put
like-
mi prima también.
Yeah?
She's
Let's
to be
meet
a
up in
doctor.
Morelia.
Lo hacemos.
Be from the
I
city.
might, I haven't told anyone, but I might go to Mexico this next upcoming month. I haven't bought my ticket yet. Mi prima se va a casar, so I might go. Not sure yet.
I love that.
Depending on how we get paid.
You know what else is going on in Mexico? Well, it's going on in Mexico City. Fucking Reggaetonlandia. They're having it in Mexico City. And we were talking about possibly fucking going over there and just like turning the fuck up. So maybe we should do that. Have you been to Mexico City?
Ha pasado, like, we've landed there and we've driven to, like, where we live, pero nunca ha estado, like, a night there.
I'm taking you. Let's go.
Nos vamos.
We're fucking
Ni
going.
modo.
What? Bring your
Me
dog. I'll
voy,
bring my
me voy.
dog. We're going to fucking, we're turning
Zafaira,
the
pack
fuck
your
up.
bags, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Poncho, whatever the fuck you have
Pancho's
to pack.
gonna be Zafaira's boyfriend. What do you mean?
How big is your dog though? Poncho's like this.
A él le gusta peque. A él le gusta peque, ni modo.
Poncho got high hopes.
You gonna rat on her back? Just the whole time.
He's toxic. He's also bisexual, so.
We love that. Zafaira's bisexual too.
Oh my gosh.
She loves lesbians.
Oh my gosh.
She loves them.
Match made in fucking hell. 2 dogs. Look,
See the
look.
Poncho?
There's literally emojis of Poncho right now.
Oh, he's
People-
so cute.
I
¿Es
know.
una chihuahuita?
¿Le dijiste mujer?
¿Chihuahuita?
No, es una chihuahuita.
Oh,
Es
that's how I say it.
un chihuahuito. No, I'm just joking.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
was
kidding.
like, wait, that's how you say it. I was like, we always say es una chihuahuita. That's how my
Poncho?
family says it. I don't know.
Bring Poncho so he can be called una chihuahuita. He'll be so offended. No, because he's going to be a jerk.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
Honestly.
Be
He hates pretty girls. I don't know what it is about him, but he fucking hates pretty girls. Weird. Look. Damn, they're going in on the emojis of fucking Poncho.
part.
Que si sí vemos los comentarios, sí los vemos. Gracias por todos los comentarios. Thank
¿Cuántos
you,
años
guys.
tiene?
¿Quién, Pancho?
Mhm.
He's a few months, no? He's not even a year.
Yeah, you got him for your birthday,
Oh,
so he's almost a year maybe.
June. Yeah.
I don't know how old he was when you got him, but
He was like a few weeks. He was like 8 weeks, probably.
Entonces es un papi.
He's a puppy.
Oh, that's cute.
He's just toxico. Like, not like me. I don't know where he got it from. Somebody.
that's just in his blood. Chihuahuas, I mean, there.
Yeah,
No,
what is
mi
your kind of
abuelita-
dog?
Mine's a terrier mix.
Mm.
I don't know what that means, pero me dijeron que era una terrier mix. Pero mi abuelita tiene una chihuahua, se llama Chocolate. Pero me and Chocolate have beef, actually. Like, que chingue su madre Chocolate.
Oh my God.
He's such a bitch. Can I cuss?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah.
No, yeah, she's a
course.
bitch. He's a bitch. I always say she, pero
I'm drinking the rest of my shot. Did you want anything else? Pineapple, anything? You. No. We turning up.
Yeah, it's Mardi Gras.
I know.
Right?
Tori,
It's Mardi Gras.
Tori, get over here. You're taking a shot.
Tori,
Tori, you're taking one. Come on.
we're getting carnitas tacos.
Tori, one.
The beer's good.
Tori, one.
Tori.
I'm pouring it for you. And if you don't,
Another one.
I wish you could drink, but you can't.
Another one.
You
one
said me
Tori.
too.
One. Come on. I'll pour it in your thingy.
In your thingy. Who else is here? Oh, Lisa probably went to what? Go get food?
That's cheers.
Oh.
Did
Okay,
you
though.
tell her or
Cheers,
Tell her.
Tori. Cheers.
about what she said about the tacos?
¿Y tú qué?
No. Ahorita,
Ya.
deja que me...
Ya.
Más agüita.
Okay.
Pero,
Just
no, yeah, I don't get along with Chocolate. Chocolate he's fake. Because in front of him, he acts up. I'm not even joking. Like last year when I went to Mexico, people were like, oh my God, you and Chocolate. In front of my grandma, most well-behaved dog ever, pero en cuanto estoy yo y él solo, he'll come up to me and he'll act like he wants to get pet. And as soon as I try to pet him, he's like, I'm like, Chocolate, you need to come down before I feed you like a box of Ferrero Rocher. Yeah. I wouldn't do that, pero like, that's a
It'll
threat.
be chocolate versus chocolate for real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. But that is true. In Mexico, dogs are just like, they don't give a fuck. Oh!
Dang.
My beer had problems.
Your beer's
Anybody want to
exciting.
hand me a...
Una toallita.
Oh!
Isn't
I
there
got
a
it right
hole?
here.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm dead. Hey, yo, beer, calm down. Sorry, but anyway, chocolate.
Ay, nada pasa.
All right, it's not the fucking beer. It's just me
It's okay.
at this point.
Want me to-
I'm that prima? Is that me?
It's me, no te apures.
Oy.
We could
Oh
be
my
worse. We could be
gosh.
worse.
I need, yes, no, you're traveling to Mexico with me because what the fuck? I need somebody to co-sign my stupidity.
Yeah, and earlier, what'd you do when there was a bunch of smoke?
Oh, you just gonna bring up the fucking every mistake I've ever made?
Hey, well, we're on the topic.
Okay, so the smoke machine fucking went off because of like he was doing my hair and there's a bunch of fucking and then I grabbed something to like do this and it was a box of cookies. So the fucking cookies went flying and fucking broke everywhere. And I was like, wow, I don't like I forget sometimes that like, you know, because I've been Snow the product so long that I forget sometimes that I'm like just Claudia. I'm pretty dumb.
That's her name, Claudia?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
What did you think my name was? Just
I'm
some
gonna be
fucking
honest.
super tough bitch
No, I just
name?
thought it was like Snow the Like, I don't know. Like, la cosa es que people are like, oh, how are you so happy? Yo no pienso.
I like
Yo no
that.
pienso. Like, yo nomás vivo a ver. I'm like, oh, pues a ver qué piensa Dios y a ver qué me pasa.
I love that. I want to be like you. I aspire mindful. You're very You're here. You're present. You're
No,
in the
yeah, I'm
moment.
like, people are like, oh, where do you, when people ask like, oh, where do you see yourself in like 2 years? I'm like, pues sabrá Dios. Like, hopefully I'll hear alive o algo, pero ni modo. I don't
love
try to like think that much porque it's kind of like, that's when you get depressed, when you start thinking. Don't think.
Bitch, that's me. The
Don't
only time I'm not depressed is when I am not thinking, which is usually if I'm drunk or high.
And you don't have to just, mírate una caricatura y acuéstate en tu cama and be like, todo va a estar bien. Nada pasa. Nada pasa. That's the phrase that saves your entire life. Nada pasa.
Nada
Nada
pasa.
pasa.
Tell me I won't go get that shit tattooed right fucking now. Immediately after the podcast.
I need to get that tattooed. I have a tattoo y mi familia no sabe.
Where? What?
A mi nalga. Mi mami dice, si te vas a dar un tatuaje en tu jundío, pues me lo puse en el jundío y ni modo.
What does it say?
Oh my.
It's 2 butterflies.
Nice.
Thank you. I know. And my family was talking about,
Like
ay, los
what?
tatuajes no. Si tienes tatuajes, no. Eres malviviente. And I'm like, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Me with a butterfly tattoo and like planning on getting more.
Hell yeah. When I got my tattoo, my mom was like, te voy a decir vaca. And I was like, great, whatever. And then she blamed me for my tattoos. But then when my brother got a tattoo, she blamed me. She was like, tú los sacaste,
And
tú, es tu culpa.
Ellos
And I'm just
escogen
like,
a
what
cuándo
the
se va a
fuck?
enojar. Porque mis tíos, sus hermanos, they have tattoos.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I'm like, él tiene un tatuaje. And she's like, es el rosario. And I'm like, yo me lo pongo en la nalga también si quieres.
So all your tattoos are going to go in your nalga?
A lo mejor, no
You're-
sé. A lo mejor aquí. Aquí, no sé.
Hell yeah. That's the baddie tattoo.
Mhm.
Wait, yeah. What was the fucking phrase again?
Oh, nada pasa.
Yeah,
Nada
I'm
pasa.
getting that shit.
Like, did anyone die? No. Entonces, we're good.
Nada pasa. I need to
It's
tell
good.
myself that every day. That's going to be my morning prayer.
It's
That's
like
your
how a lot of people-
manifestation.
Nada pasa,
Nada
nada
pasa.
pasa.
A lot of people have like this too shall pass. Kind of like pasa. It's kind of like similar to that. Nada pasa.
Yeah. Are you down? Are
Nothing
you entering the
passes.
Nada Pasa fucking gang?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like,
My church.
Yeah.
the
Fucking-
church of nada pasa.
The Church of Nada Pasa, straight up. Let's do that shit. Everybody in this bitch. Yeah, that's fucking important.
And I like your piercing. Did your mom say anything about your piercing? Is your family good with piercings?
My mom hates everything I've done.
Me.
My mom hated everything I fucking did when I wasn't doing anything. So the moment that like I realized my parents are ridiculous, I was like, you know what, I'm going. So I fucking, all my tattoos. Every time she sees, she was like, no más no la cara. And then when I got a tattoo right here and then one right here, she started crying. And I was like, Mom, it's not even in my fucking face.
And when I got mine, my mom didn't even realize until after. She's like, pensé que era una espinilla. And I'm like, you thought my piercing was an espinilla? Okay. And I was like, now I'm going to get a diamond para que esté más grande. Pero Yeah. I'm
Do you
like,
want any more piercing?
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the other side para agarrarme un hoop. Aquí
I
quiero.
I got this and the hoop too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ay, no te lo vi. That's cute.
You thought it was an espinilla.
No, I just didn't see it. No te miré de ese lado. No, pero I think it's cute. My roommate, Jimena, shout out Jimena. She has a hoop and then a piercing. I think it looks really cute. Pero quiero que I don't know if you guys can see it. Pero quiero que esté más grande. So hopefully, cuando esté en mi rich era, me puedo poner un diamante grande para que brille. And then on this side, I can get like a hoop. I think it'd be cute.
You want that Tupac big earring? I think mine should be a little bit bigger.
Que like cuando alguien me quiera saltar, díganme, le voy a arrancar eso de la nariz porque sé que cuesta.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. Not us trying to be fucking asaltados.
Pero also,
Going to Mexico, you got to be careful with that, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Pero I don't. Okay, I talked about this in a TikTok. At least in donde yo soy, cuando es el tiempo de diciembre, no asaltan y no secuestran.
Oh.
Because es cuando venden cocaína, venden like drogas and stuff. So they know that if they do something bad during that time, la gente no va a salir a las fiestas y no van a vender.
Yeah.
So like me and my cousins could safely go home at 1 a.m. drunk, like que no sabemos en cuál casa es de nosotros, on the street, and we'll be fine. Like I went and like ended up in the church, which is kind of far from the baile, and nada me pasó porque the people que venden las drogas y que like son malos, no te van a hacer nada because they know, oh, like if we do something to him, like nadie va a querer salir and we're not going to sell. So when I go, I have fun. I'm like, I'm safe here. A lo mejor hasta me llevan a mi casa. ¿Quién sabe?
That reminds me, when I was, honestly, I grew up going to Mexico, like, always. Like, I would be in Mexico. Okay, I do not condone this, by the way, TikTok. Please go over to YouTube because this isn't for you. But I was like 13, and I was like, clubbing. Can I? I was like clubbing. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, drinking, whatever. And fucking out, like, I just was bad. And I'd be out all the fucking time. 2 a.m. I'm walking back to my house in the middle of a fucking, like, field. And nada me pasaba. And now it's like, if you go to Mexico, it's like a completely different story, you know what I mean? But, like, I'm old enough to where, like, that was the norm. So now when I go, I'm just like, oh, I'm so depressed.
I feel like it also depends where, like, porque yo vivo en un pueblo chiquito. So everyone kind of knows each other. So even los muchachos que están en eso, en like las cosas malas, they'll be like, hey, comadre, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? And they're like, oh, if anyone bothers you, let me know. I'm like, yo te digo. Yeah. Yo te digo, no te apures, mijo. Yo te aviso de todo lo que pase en mí, en lo que yo siento, en mis urgencias.
Oh, okay. Nice. The urgencia. I mean, yeah, you know. You said turn TikTok off? Okay, everybody on TikTok, go over to YouTube right now because I'm going to turn it off because we're going to talk about some wild shit. So TikTok, make your way over to YouTube, okay? Me and La Comadre are going to talk about las urgencias that we was feeling in Mexico.
That's crazy, though, that they get, like, in the Christmas spirit. Kind of seems like.
No, but last time, I'm telling you, when I went to Mexico and we took Yayo and all that, we were over there, we were chilling, and de repente, they picked him up, like los malos or whatever. They picked him up and because he got drunk and he was throwing money and he was doing way too much, and all of a sudden they come over and they threatened us, and then we were like, within 8 hours we were gone. We went to fucking Michoacan and we were like, yo, it's fucking crazy out here. But it is a different time nowadays because there is people that will like fuck with you, but then there's people that will be like, yo, because my mom's from a very small town and it was like, get the fuck out of here. It's like
depende mucho de like la gente.
Yeah. And then also they don't like lesbians. Let's be very fucking for real.
They can be
macho men do not like manly ass bitches. They hate us.
I know. A question I get, I've never talked about, but like they're like, oh, when you go to Mexico, do you wear your crop tops? I've worn them sometimes, but not usually, just because I feel like it puts more a target on me for getting like attacked almost. Pero I still wear them every now and then, like in places where I feel safe.
Yeah.
Pero usually, like I said, during Diciembre, you can go out like comfortably y no te apuras nada. As soon as like the 6th of January passes, you need to be careful a little bit.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. And there's also something to be said for like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's some of them like malos that might be into, you know, some, but they're not going to want a lesbian. They're going to be like, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Or they're going to sexualize you in the wrong way. Y eso no está.
That is not okay. Okay, internet. But yeah, Mexico, you know, and then we also have to be careful with touchy subjects about Mexico. So sometimes we also like have to stay quiet and be like, just have a good time and just hide. Me, I like to hide my hair, like, you know, because it's bright and stuff. Like, if I could look the most normal, if I could put tattoo or like makeup over my tattoos and just like try to be like a fucking straight up fucking comadre over there, like señora vibes, I'm showing up.
I know. I always go bummy. Because I'm like, ni modo. Y si me juzgan, a mí no me duele.
That's what I need to do. But I do miss Mexico. I like Mexico City. It's fun. But I do miss, like, yo soy de rancho también, like, fucking pueblo, like, from, you know, we have the fucking tinaco with water, and there's no running water. And
If you guys have never, si nunca se les ha acabado el agua caliente, you don't know the struggle. You actually don't know the struggle of, like washing your hair, and then all of a sudden it goes, like, cold, and casi te quieren caer pedacitos de hierba, and you're, like, crying. I've cried before in the shower in Mexico. Porque, like, se me acaba, like, everyone, like, my sisters, duran como una hora para bañarse. So, when it's my turn to shower, because we have an order that we go in.
Oh, you guys have a picking order?
Yeah.
How
It's...
How many sisters do you have?
Tengo tres, pero dos viven con nosotros. So, it's them two, pero the second sister, Rosalba, ella dura como una hora y media. And she's like, ni modo. So, like, by the time that it's my turn, el agua, like, I made a TikTok talking about, yo no hago shave in Mexico. I only shave lo que se mira, because I'm like, I don't have enough time. Like, se me va a acabar el agua caliente, like, ¿qué quieren que haga?
But you also said you have no sneaky links in Mexico.
No, so
you ain't worried about nothing?
No, yeah. I'm
Nada
like,
pasa.
allá nomás me hago play hard to get, like, I flirt to get their attention, and after I get them, I'm like, ay, ya, ¿qué? No. Pero I've cried before. Like, it's happened. I've cried like twice. This last time I went to Mexico, I didn't make any TikToks about it, pero lloré 2 veces. Se me acabó el agua caliente, and I was freezing cold water. I was like, oh my God, like, yo sufriendo, like, yo no me merezco esto.
I'm dead. Well, you said your family has a nice house and the water runs out. The problem with us is the water doesn't start being hot. My mom, like, we have to put a fucking, ¿cómo se llama esa madre que you stick in there? And then you don't know if you're going to be electrocuted. They're like, you got to do it in this order, otherwise you'll die. And so I have my mom do it to this day. But,
we have one of those, but we don't use them. Gracias a Dios tenemos 3 baños, uno afuera, que es...
I got 3 bathrooms. I can shit all day.
I know. We used to have the Shrek bathrooms? Los que están afuera?
Yeah.
We used to have one. I used to be so terrified of, like, going in that bathroom porque yo decía, ay, me voy a sentar y me va a picar un alacrán. Or I was like, ¿qué pasa si me siento y una rana brinca en mis huevos? Like, that was a genuine fear, and that's a genuine fear cuando voy a la casa de, like, some of my friends over there. And they tienen esos baños. I'm like, ay, no quiero ir al baño porque luego que me pase eso, ¿qué voy a hacer?
Yeah.
Pero right now we have 3 bathrooms to choose from. Nice. Si uno se le acaba el agua caliente, I'm like, I go like all jolín, like wrapped in a towel. I'm like, ay, me voy a meter al otro baño porque ya se me acabó el agua fría.
That's awesome.
Digo, el agua calentita.
That's awesome. I love that. El agua calientita se acaba en mi baño right now as we speak. And I live in the United States of a fucking America. But honestly, it's because I take a long ass fucking shower. For some reason, weren't we just talking about that? That the water be boiling. I feel like a chicken getting boiled. And then all of a sudden, like, 45 minutes later, it's fucking freezing. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
And I love that. I love cuando me baño con agua como para pelar pollo.
Yeah.
Like, it's my favorite.
Yeah. And like I'm like kind of white in my back.
If I'm not desmayándome by the end of my shower, it wasn't a good shower.
Don't you be red in your back?
I'm like, ay, it hurts. But I'm like, duele bien bonito.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
know.
No, I mean, sometimes I just be like, oh my God, can I just have normal fucking water? But it's because, this house, when was this house made? 1940?
Yeah, there's a break out there that says 1944.
Yeah, like, this is long time ago.
You know estás haunted?
Funny you mention this particular building, because my house is up there, but this building right here, if you sleep here, oh, sorry, let me not tell you. So in the past, I've slept here out of, like, just necessity. And around 3 a.m, you hear a sound from the other side of the... But my mom went out there and she said she checked at 3 a.m. She's like, I heard the sound. I walked out there. It was nothing. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. But the chickens also live across, like, over there. You slept here? Huh? Wait a minute. Hold on.
You're like, when did this happen? Cuenta.
When, huh? When what?
When you were filming the butter.
Oh, the butter video. I'm dead. You walked all the way over here? That was petty. And at 3, I didn't hear you. Huh? Never mind. What?
It's scary. I know. In Mexico, my house isn't haunted, pero la casa enseguida que es la... I love how in Mexico, I don't know if it's like this or en tu vives, pero all my family members live right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's like mi tía, my house, mi otra tía, mi tío. Like, we're all like in the same like block,
They all
basically.
get along?
Yeah.
I love that. I love your family.
Sometimes.
My
Depende.
family was just like that, and everybody sold terrenos and did this,
Ooh,
and now there's
when they
mad
start selling
random
terrenos, that's
people.
when it starts getting messy.
Bro, they're all messy. Like my family, literally, they're like, they sold this terreno, that terreno. They fucking hate each other. They don't talk. Like we ain't seen each other all in the same room for fucking years. Like my family got deep
No, pero
hate.
allá, my house, no, nada pasa, pero in my aunt's house, siempre dicen, oh, ahí espantan esto que el otro. Pero when I've been there, me showing up drunk, like, I'm like, I feel comfortable. Like, nada, nunca me han asustado. I've seen shadows and stuff, pero nunca me da miedo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always like, me showing up drunk, esa es mi pinche casa, la váyanse la verga. I'm like, déjenseme venir, putos. I'm like, I think that ghost is scared of me at that point.
Oh my god. Really? That's how you show up? You show up ready to wrangle some fucking ghosts?
No, yeah, because the thing is, I always, because yo miraba mis documentos de fantasmas. If you show you're scared, they feed off of that. So mejor yo digo, no, yo me voy a hacer como si no les tengo miedo, bien bravo a la verga. So I show up angry, I'm like, do something. And then I'm like,
They're
who's
not-
dead? Who's dead? Not me, you. I start eating them up, ni modo, y que lloren.
You're challenging the ghosts?
Que se aguanten, ¿qué me van a hacer? Y si me hacen algo, yo agarro mi sage, we can do that, we can play that game. Voy y agarro el papa a la verga y que te venga aquí a hacerte exercise o lo que se dice.
You're gonna exercise the ghosts? No, mames, they're gonna be fucking doing Zumba by the end of the fucking night.
Pero ni
Yeah, if you
modo.
show up like you're possessed, and they'll just move on.
Who's dead? Not me.
No, yeah. I'm like, I'm like, you're so like pathetic, like clinging on to me. I'm alive, you're dead. Move on. Like, don't you have something better to do?
Oh my god, not you being toxic to
Yo
the
soy bien
ghosts?
agresivo. Asústense que yo soy bien agresivo.
Asústense que yo soy bien agresivo.
No, for real. I used to be like that when I was little. Like I saw like a shadow a few times, and I looked at it like dead in its eyes. I mean, not in its eyes, but you know, like
Yeah, you were like
direction that it came from, and I was like, ¿Y qué? Like
No, because
And they
I've always
never-
heard que
no
si,
one-
like, if you get scared, that's what they feed off of. So you have
Yeah.
to be like brave.
Yeah.
Because they always go for the people who are more like timid and stuff.
Exactly.
That's what look. Pues,
I need to be brave.
And I've
No,
always
but-
heard que like if you see a ghost, you have to cuss it out. Para que like I don't know if that's just like something my family said, pero dicen que necesitas que like mandar a chingar su madre para que like se vaya, because it's like oh like I'm not someone that like you can feed off of, because they say that they feed off of your
yeah,
energy.
like when you're like spiritually weak, that's how they get you.
I need to get strong right now.
Sácate sage, please.
Chingas a tu puta madre. Órale, pinche ghost.
And at
Who's
the end of the
dead?
day,
Not me.
literally, I'm like, who's dead? Oh, you, ¿verdad? Yeah, never mind. Go to sleep.
Clearing
Pass.
dishes. I'm
Algo,
clearing the
porfa.
I'm dead. Yeah, fucking no, not las lechuzas. Well, lechuzas, but like a lot of people, like because around here we have a lot of owls, and they're like, "Oh, that's bad, whatever." And I'm like, "Bro, I have a lot of high trees. Like, if I was an owl, I'd sleep here too. Like, it's a very safe place for owls to sleep. Like, don't tell me that I got bad energy because there's crows and owls around here. Like, there's a lot of trees."
I also feel bad for lechuzas because I feel like every time someone's, at least in Mexico and where I'm from, if they see one, they kill it, which I don't like because I'm like, es un animalito, pobrecito, you know?
Yeah.
And I know that there's that thing that like, oh, si una lechuza va a tu casa y like canta, es que alguien se va a morir. I'm like, scare that hoe away then. Nada
Right?
pasa. Like, let that poor animal live. And it's like, oh, si es una bruja, pues háyatela y chingatela y qué? Like, don't be, get her in her like human form. Don't get her in her owl form, ni modo.
Do you ever be scared of anything? Is there anything you're scared of? Because you seem very brave, and you're a Taurus, so it makes sense. Because my son's a
Okay.
Taurus, and he don't be scared of shit.
So the thing is, I get brave because I have two options. Like I get scared, but when I'm scared, I'm like, okay, me pongo bien chingón, bien agresivo, o dejo que me hagan como quieran. So I'm like, me voy a poner agresivo, and I just go that way. Just fake it. Just fake it until you make it. Just fake. ¿Quién le voy a tener miedo? Yo bien chingón saco mi pocket knife o algo. I don't have one, pero like I just told myself that. Me lying to myself.
I'm dead. Do you party out here in LA ever or no?
Sometimes no tanto.
No,
No tanto.
it's ghetto. Sometimes.
Y eso nomás nadie me
Have you
invita.
ever been- oh, that's the one. We fucking
Oh, yeah.
inviting you.
No.
It's out. We out.
Period.
Yeah.
Ahí nos hallamos.
Except
Ahí
for
nos
West Hollywood,
hallamos.
because West Hollywood be getting fucking ghetto. What happened the last time we went? What, 2 days ago?
¿Te robaron el teléfono
Like
o qué?
First of all,
Okay.
they
Oh.
staged stealing phones out here.
No, por eso. I'm like, a mí nunca me lo han robado, pero es because I have that one así, bien agresivo. La tengo en mi mano así. Así.
Yeah. I had my phone in my back pocket and then literally I put it in the front. But like 3 different people walked up to me and they were just like aggressive and just like, what the fuck? Like they were just rude, you know? Like one threw a fucking drink. One of them walked up to me. Do you ever get that? Like somebody walked up to me and they're like, are you that rapper? First of all, we were in a like serious conversation. So the person noticed that we were in a serious conversation and they still were like, are you that rapper? And I was like, no. And then they're like, yeah, you are. You're that rapper. And I was like, no. I was like, what's my name? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm not that rapper. And then they go, you're Snow. And I was like, so you knew who the fuck I was, but
Te
you're
haces
calling me
pendejo,
that
pero
fucking
sabes quién
rapper.
soy.
Exactly. So then to me, I'm like, if you ever walk up to me and you're like, are you that girl? I'm like, no. Like, who the fuck are you talking about? But if you know me and you're like, Snow, I'm a big fan. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's take a picture, whatever. Love you. But that person, then they wanted to fucking fight me, but that bitch was scary. Have you ever like punked out of a fight?
No se me dejan venir la gente.
No?
I feel like I don't really have that many ops. Like, I really
You're
don't.
like, Snow, you got mad ops. Can I get some juice?
I know, like,
please?
I'm like, I feel like most people are like, oh my God, comadre. And usually the people que no me quiere, they block me, which I'm like, thank God, yo tampoco te quiero ver.
Right?
Pero I'm like, mucha gente, I love meeting people, which is why, like, sometimes se me hace más awkward. And I always tell people, I'm like, if you recognize me and you want to say hi, porque se me hace más awkward when you don't. Because I notice. Even my friend Tori,
Yeah.
she's been with me when we notice people, like, looking at me. And I'm like, nomás dime hola, la me que yo no muerdo, yo no soy creído. I'm like,
Straight up.
I drive my Nissan Sentra. Like, don't think que soy una caca, like, alta. Soy una caca seca. Algo debajo, you know?
Oh my God.
Pero, no. But I've always told Tori, too, I was like, I want to fight someone. Like, I want to fight them, pero the thing is, I'm going to cheat. Like, yo no sé now, don't fight me. And if there's, like, stuff, like, if we were fighting right now, I'm grabbing this glass, and I'm, like, smack. Like, people are going to be
Tell
like, oh, you're
me,
so...
if you were to fight me right now, what is your first move? If me and you salimos mal ahorita, first move.
Pushing you while you fall, grab this, boom, on your head. Like, yo estoy loco. Like, I'm from Michoacán a la verga. No,
Y yo
don't play with
también,
me.
dije, tu pinche madre, ¿qué pasó? Ahorita
Don't
te voy a
play.
agarrar
Pues-
pinche sangre la chingada.
I know, but I tell people, I'm like, no, like, because I'm like, I'm crazy. Like, I'll grab things. Like, I'm going to cheat. And people are going to be like, oh, like, use your hands. Yo voy a ganar. Like, that's the thing. I don't care how. If it comes down to me grabbing the table and, like, throwing it on you, yo lo voy a hacer.
Okay.
Wow, Jackie
Like,
Chan.
I always thought in high school. In high school, cuando la gente se enojaba conmigo, I'd be like, if they do something, I'm going to grab this chair, swing it at them, and just let the chair do all the work. Es de metal.
Do you guys ever like enter a room and you're like planning an escape, but like planning like what would happen if something crazy happened?
Yes.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I always think about that.
I was literally on a date with her in WeHo and fucking we're like sitting there and I'm just like, do you remember when in Florida that thing happened? When like everybody in the gay club?
gay club, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, ever since that and that one movie thing, everywhere I go, I'm like looking for the exit. I'm like looking like if there was somebody who literally hates us for being Latino or being people of color or being gay, like I need to figure out where the fuck we're going. So every single time I'm like looking around like
With me,
Which is,
I'll
like,
look
not
for an
funny, but,
exit.
like,
But if
it's
not,
not funny, but yeah.
I've always told myself, I'm like, I'm going to act like sorry to whoever, like it would happen. But if someone gets shot right next to me, I'm like, I know I'm probably next. So I'm going to drop to the floor and throw their body a little bit on mine. So it looks like, and just lay there so it looks like they got both of us.
Yeah,
of
like
course.
Walking Dead version.
Like
I mean, at that point, yeah.
afterwards, I'd be like, I don't know, like I'd go like to the like grave every day or something, but I'd be like let me like use you as a shield a little bit, which isn't something good,
Not
but
a
I'm like,
shield, but like, you
but
know,
like as a disguise, like to
yeah.
try to get out of it, you know?
Like assuming that the person next to you got shot.
Yeah. If not, I'm gonna run.
yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
That's how you get some.
Doesn't
some
it always
ghosts
suck
to
whenever
haunt
we know don't run to the bathroom because then usually the shooter goes to the bathroom and just starts shooting whoever the fuck is in the bathroom. So don't do that because that's what I've seen in like scary movies and shit and scary shows. But yeah, you have to be careful, which is a very sad thing, especially like
I've also always thought of like using like my flexibility and going on top of the door and like holding like this, and as soon as they go through the door in the bathroom, dropping down and just like on them.
Really
That's
think
very
you're Jackie
that's,
Chan.
Like
No, yeah, I've thought about this
That's
too.
like The Incredibles.
Well, maybe I'm like, I don't know if I'm that flexible, pero in that moment, I'm gonna stretch. Yo no sé, pero yo voy a estirarme.
True. I mean, yeah, the fact that we even have to think about this type of shit because we know like gay people be affected. Like in WeHo, like really real shit. I'd be like looking around and I'd be like, all you need is one
Luckily,
random
that's
stressed out,
Anywhere in America.
one stressed out white guy that's in the closet that hates us to just like run up in that bitch. So you gotta be like, you could have just fucked somebody. Like that's all you had to do.
I'm a low. Stay DL.
Look, I don't like DL, but if you gotta
But
be
it's
DL
okay.
to not kill people,
Ni modo.
DL over kill, please.
Por favor. Gracias. Gracias.
Exactly. Wait, Nicola? First of all, why is your name Nicola? Nicola Bell? You said, wait, what? I'm so behind. Who's the novia? Who's novia? You got a novia?
Yo soy joto.
You got a
Like, I don't know. I'm like, do I?
You're like, wait. No, yeah. Who got a novia? Iro, you got a novia?
¿Tú tienes novia?
You got a novia?
¿Tú tienes?
Me? No.
Who are you talking about?
Who you talking about?
¿Qué sabes tú que nosotros no?
Patty LaBelle? Who you talking about? All right, more tequila.
I know.
More tequila because I might fuck around and get a novia if I drink enough tequila. Oh, you said I no. ¿No quieres? Yo pensé que tú no le sacabas.
Hay
Porque
veces,
yo
depende.
ahorita estoy hasta la chingada. I'm not gonna lie.
Depende.
Hey,
¿Quieres uno?
Oh, no.
Uno chiquito.
Shrooms.
Mitad, ¿no?
Me pasé. Ya me
Ni... Sorry.
Con one shot? You
Uno?
are mad healthy. That's why your skin
es
looks
que-
so good.
No, es que no he comido nada.
Get over here.
¿Cómo que no has comido nada si te tragaste el
Get over
pinche
here.
Yeah,
burrito?
but it
y-
Get
has
over
to
here.
digest
You're
it. It has
taking
to
this one.
digest in my
Tori,
system.
come on.
I'm dead. That's also why your skin looks good. I'm not
Tori,
gonna
get
lie.
over
You
here.
make me
Get her
fucking...
to get over here. Tori, come on.
Tori,
2.
Ven.
Tori, this is something
Para-
light for
Another
you.
one. Another one.
Eso es algo leve. Eso es algo leve.
dice la comadre Spider-Man.
What?
I'm dead. No, like what?
I lied. I lied. This one's for me too.
That was funny.
Ay, güey.
Uy, ándale, comadre.
No, nada.
Salió caro el pinche tequila, comadre. ¿Qué te pasa?
Sorry. Ay, era accidente.
Lámbele.
Um,
No, it's okay.
but speaking of like haunted stuff, you want to talk about the escape room? We did.
Pero primero un cheers.
Oh,
Cheers for what?
For what do you
For tu
want?
novia. Tu novia que
No
they were
mames.
manifesting it. They were manifesting it.
We're manifesting me a novia
Sí,
que
sí.
sea bien like fucking like
Algo que caiga bien.
cute face with a small waist and a fat ass and a big. No, I'm joking.
Y
All right,
unas
here we go.
chichotas.
Shit.
These
They said.
these
wait.
questions are hilarious. Do you do cryptocurrency? Like,
Who the fuck? Why is that a
I
question?
don't know.
Oh my god, hijo de su puta madre. No, that was the shot that did it. That's what I need. Can I get a water? That's what I need. Look, smart.
Make it 2.
right. The
Porfa.
way you be part. Now I see. Okay,
Es que
hydration.
si te tomas algo, at least drink double it in water. Y que Dios te
You ever been to
bendiga.
La Cita?
Huh?
Have you ever been to La Cita?
No.
Oh, we gotta take you to La Cita. Yo, I be promoting La Cita. Like they should really.
You're the manager? Ah.
No, they should really like pay me for that because everybody that has come to the podcast, including like Lauren Haregi. Why do you guys think that we shot the music video to Piña at La Cita? I took her there. Like I love La Cita because the micheladas are bomb, the music's good even on a fucking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. And it just be cool. Like it's a little vibe or whatever. And then you can see. I like that you walk outside and you look and you see downtown LA buildings. It's like very nice. Y like very. ¿Cómo se dice? Like, escondido. How you say that in?
Hidden.
Like,
Yeah,
tucked
like
away,
hidden,
yeah.
like little. It's
Algo
a little
low
in the
key.
cut.
Algo
little
low
low
key.
key in the cut. I took fucking Santa Fe Clan there, and like, as you guys know, he's famous as fuck. You know Santa Fe Clan?
No.
I'm dead.
I'm bad with I'm bad with faces and names. Like I actually have not bad for faces. I have to see la persona para saber quién es.
You would know. You would know. Santa Fe Clan is like very fucking famous in Mexico and now also in United States. And literally, like, he just wanted to fucking have a good time. I took him to La Cita, bro. We had a fucking blast. The music is lit. Not me,
That's
just
what I
fucking
was-
making a case for why I want to go over there right now.
That's what I was just thinking. Was like last time my ears were like ringing the whole next couple days. 'Cause
Dude,
the music was.
I did Duno's fucking podcast, and he was saying that you and him were laughing at me
What the?
dancing because you. I'm not even gonna make this noise, but he was saying that I was dancing, and I was like, dancing with a bit, and I was just like, bro, that is not how I was dancing. He's like, me and your brother were laughing at you, and I like literally live on the podcast. I'm like, you're gonna edit this out, right? I'm like, there's no way I was dancing like that. He's like, all right, that's how I dance, but that's how I was imagining you dancing, and I was like, that's not how I was dancing. Do I give you like vibes dancing?
No.
Right? I'm like fucking. Si
I get more of like a moaning noise o algo como ay, como algo así. Like I get more of that vibe from you. Como que vas a decir, ay,
So I'm
estoy
a
bien
bottom.
cansada
So you're
o
telling me I'm
algo.
a fucking bottom? I'm dead.
Oh no.
I'm very offended. Bucci, don't start with the bottom jokes because that you. I finally got Bucci to stop calling
Bottoms
me a fucking
deserve
bottom.
rights. Bottoms deserve rights.
Yeah.
Sometimes, hay veces.
A ver.
Unos.
Look, I just finally got Bucci to stop fucking joking, and like a lot of my fucking fans to stop calling me that. So now, not you bringing it back up. I'm dead. This is the hair. It's the hair. I gotta take this shit off. Where's the alcohol?
Hey man, that's false. I was not laughing at you.
Really? Okay, we gotta talk to Duno.
I wasn't. I don't even remember laughing like that much in there.
He was saying that I was wilding and that I was dancing. And when he was doing it, he was like grunting. And I was like, there's no way that's what I looked like and sounded like. He was like, yeah, that was you. And I was like, no.
Either way was a workout.
The-
It benefited you, nada pasa.
Yeah, but the
No pasa
noises were very scary.
Then they didn't have the speakers loud enough.
I know.
The
no way
music
he
wasn't
heard
loud
that.
enough. That's on the club. That's
If
on
he
the
heard that,
event.
he was way too close.
I love you co-signing. Yes.
Like nada pasa.
If you guys see me in the next few months start behaving terribly, it's going to be because I'm getting co-signed out here. I
Okay, you
love
were
it.
grunting. No, I wasn't. That was someone else. I'm like, you were so drunk, ya ni te acuerdas de quién estás hablando.
Straight up. Katie said, okay, top. Wait, don't do the quote. Don't do the air quotes. First of all, you don't know me. You don't fucking know me. You know what? I'm going to drink my juice. Can we play some music or something?
You give such
Let me
topic.
out.
I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
I'm
what
somebody's
the
father
confusion
figure for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
It's because of people's words. People have been out there spreading rumors. They don't know nothing. Nobody knows. Que no dirty old man snow. First of all, wait, hold on. Now you're taking it to the extreme. These comments are raunchy as fuck. Smoke a joint. Wait. You smoke? No.
No.
Okay.
When my parents are in the room.
Oh.
If they're not, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asústense. You guys think que me conocen. Yo no.
Diles.
yo me aloco también.
Okay, you've been on TikTok. Everybody knows you. Everybody loves you. What are 3 things that you think people like think about you that are not true? What does that misunderstand about you?
I feel like people think I'm stupid sometimes. Porque like they'll be like, oh, this like Comadre thinks this. I'm like, just because I have like a nice personality, like a funny one, doesn't mean que you like no pienso. Like I graduated with honors. Asústense a la verga.
Yay, asústense a la verga.
I also feel like people just assume like, oh, Comadre fugly on the low. Like, he don't pull butches. Asústense, because I could steal your man. Asústense, because like, hey, you guys would be scared how many like of your boyfriends follow me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, think about that. Think about why your boyfriend knows who you say when you're like, oh, I was watching Comadre, and he's like, oh, he's annoying. How does he know me?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't appear on no straight man's For You page.
Hey,
Think about that. Piensen en eso.
Heard you.
And a third one. People be thinking I'm flat. I am though. That was just a lie. That was just me trying to gas myself up. That was just a lie. Pero yeah.
Comadre, you got merch?
No.
I'm about to put you on.
I want to start merch though.
Oh, no. I'm
I
about to
want to
put you
name it
on.
Tu Cola though.
I'm about to put you on.
Period.
I'm about to take you to the merch. You know what? You know what my exit strategy from rap is? You know I don't want to rap all the time, right? You know why I'm trying to become Snopra? I'm trying to talk to people about merch. I'm trying to be like, yo, let me help you out with this merch shit. And then like, so I could quit because I'm trying to open a bar / restaurant.
That'd be amazing. Como lo
Like,
que es
porque ya, you know, yeah, like age is, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like,
you should
do
name it
my
La
thing.
Neverita. Something cute. And it can be like a coffee place during the day and a bar at night.
yeah,
So you get like double the income.
yeah. And then like an after hour spot that nobody knows about. and then you can get some snow.
You can do
in
it.
there.
Lo
Yeah.
puedes hacer todo. I've always said this. I'm like, todo lo puedes hacer. You just have to like believe in it. And people are like, oh, manifesting is dumb. If you believe that manifesting helps you believe in like lo que va a ser. So if you're like, oh, it's already happening, it just motivates you.
You have to be delusional.
Delusional
Delusion
works.
saved my life, honestly.
You don't cover your ears. You guys ever heard about the O theory?
No.
No.
What's that?
Y'all, ladies? No?
A ver,
All you ladies pop you open like this.
Sorry,
No?
pop your pussy.
No? Okay, so the O theory, technically... Oh, look, my brother's about to walk out.
I mean, no, just whatever, man.
Oh, look, my brother said progressive. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all bitches. Okay, so the O theory has now recently become popular on TikTok. However, back when, let's say I did it, TikTok didn't exist. It was still MySpace days. But it's that the best time to manifest is when you orgasm.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Okay.
Quiero mucho dinero.
No. Bitch.
I'm about to...
Let me tell you something.
No, that release of energy is crazy.
No, I didn't know nothing about it. This is MySpace days. This is 2000. Why the fuck did that pop into my brain? And it was like, yo, next time you do this, think of this. Several $1 million later, I'm like, oh shit, that shit actually fucking exists.
You're like, why is this working?
But I didn't. So now that all these years later, I'm seeing it on TikTok, I'm like, I mean, that's cool, but also like, why was I so ahead of my time, bro? Like, I've lived before. And also this whole shit has been before. Because why did I know that?
Yeah.
Why did I know that?
I know.
Little fucking rancherita like fucking the nowhere. But I did it. So, hey. And I know you're doing it, bitch, because you are a bad bitch.
Es verdad. Es verdad. Bad.
You
I
at
know.
your age,
I
like,
told
you
her,
about to-
That's the
I was like, every
secret
time I
to
see you on
clear
my For You,
skin.
every time I see you on For You page, I'm like, that's what I think I look like. Like, when I post a video trying to be seductive, así yo me imagino.
Me too. I don't really be thirst trapping, but if I was to thirst trap, I would think I look like you.
Do y'all
And that's
think I
both
thirst
of
trap?
us.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Y'all think I thirst trap?
No, I'm just saying.
just think
no, I think
así
you're
es tu
being natural.
personalidad.
I think you're being natural, but to us it would be thirst trapping because
I just think when you look like that, everything is a thirst trap. Like, there's no other way.
One time you were doing my fucking hair and you were wearing just like shorts, and I was like, oh my god, if I became a man and I had his body,
Me after that, I'm like, manifest,
Me
I look like him.
muero.
Manifest, I look
straight
like
up.
him.
I love you.
Mind you, if I was to become a man tomorrow, I would hope I'm straight, right? Because I want to fuck bitches. Well, no, I love fucking bitches, so I would
okay.
want to, right?
From that angle,
But if I had your body, I'd fuck everybody.
Do you manifest? O qué haces tú?
Well, clearly the whole theory.
Okay, but with me, before I go to bed, I'm like,
Well, I
before-
used to. No, can I say something though? I used to, but that was when I thought I was straight. Now, when I fuck with women, I'm thinking about her. Like, what the fuck? Turns out I was just gay. Turns out
my manifestation was just like,
disassociation. Turns out I was just disassociating because I didn't want to think about where I was at. But now, no, I can't even think about anything because I'll be like, oh my god, bitch.
me, I'm like, oh, right before I go to bed, I'm like, oh, que mami y papi esté bien, que mis hermanos estén bien, que mis amigos estén bien. And then I start like, I'm like, oh, like, I want to be rich one day. I want to be able to give my family a house one day. I want to be able to give my friends everything they deserve one day. And I want to be able to give myself everything I deserve one day. Like, me repito eso a couple times before I go to bed, just to like motivate me and to like,
Yeah,
to like,
I love that.
you know, like give me stuff like to like want to work for.
Because I'm assuming you're very fucking young, right? Do you like?
Adivina cuántos años tengo.
I wouldn't.
You're like
even-
47.
I'm
I'm like, thank you.
No, you're like, I don't know, like 22.
I'm 22.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I love that.
Cumplo 23 el 5 de mayo.
I would assume. Okay. 22. That's good, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So then you don't know MySpace. But MySpace, you would have your top 8. But I do the same thing. At night, I'm like, okay, health, my son, my first, I'm not going to cry or make you fucking cry, but my first thoughts are my son, my brother. Like, those are my first immediate 2 is my son and my brother. That's it. And then I go on to everybody else. But I feel like at the end of the night, your prayers are your top 8 on MySpace, which used to be whoever your best friends was your top 8. And like, it's always going to start with my son and my brother. That's it. And then Everybody else switches out. But it's my son, my brother, and then like my mom. I love my mom more than I love my dad. I'm not gonna lie. Even though my mom's a fucking bitch. Like my mom has never loved me as much as my dad loved me.
It'd
But
be crazy if you loved your dad more than you loved your
my dad's a fucking asshole.
mom. I know. Well, he hasn't been
But
in
my
our lives
mom's a
forever.
But
So
let's
that's-
think about mommy. Your mommy is different than my mommy, and it's the
Yeah.
same lady.
But that's all Mexican households.
Mm-hmm.
My
The
mom
girls, like, they treat them so
adores
different.
my brother. Like she would buy my brother food and like watch him eat and be like, I buy him stuff because look at he loves it. And I'm like,
I get that. Mine was kind of like that until like she found out I was gay, and then she kind of switched up a little bit.
no, nobody talks about this. When I started acting like a man to my mom, that's when my mom started acting different to me. The only time my mom started actually showing me some sort of fucking love is because one, I send her money. Two, I've been more like that energy to my mom. So she's just like, I'm not gonna say she loves me more now, but like once I was like, first when I told her I was lesbian, she was like confused and she was like gross. But then eventually she was like, okay, so like half son. So now she treats me like a half son, which is totally fine. I'm like, whatever.
And I feel like parents always have a hierarchy on who they love more. Like in my family,
This man.
Well, there's only two of us. So.
No, we have three siblings.
you still
No, we
beat her.
don't.
The fact my brother
Especially if you're talking
doesn't
about our
acknowledge
mom.
our other three siblings is like wild. But
No, because like in my family, it goes like my sister Blanquestela, Rosalva, Lupe, Yola, then me. That's like the hierarchy of like love. Like I love my parents and I know they love me, but that's the hierarchy of like which they distribute the
do you
most
think the
love.
hierarchy is based on how long the name is?
Maybe.
Because
Maybe.
what was that first name?
Oh, Blanquestela. It's all one name.
Blanquistela.
Blan-
And then
Blanquistela.
Rosalva, Yolanda, Jose, and Jesus.
Yolanda.
Blanquistela. They named her like she was going in a novela.
Yeah, like
Straight up.
Blanca Estela, like Snow White. Like, okay. Trying to be Disney, but oh, never mind.
They said Jesus was la moca.
They said
que
Snow the
sale
product.
gay,
I know.
que sale-
Because like when I came out, like I was always like bien chiquiao. And like I still am, but like when I came out to my mom about like being gay, she was like very much, I was on my way to Burlington. I'm like, but
You came out on your way to Burlington?
yeah, I was like, you know when like you're gay and you like just get that urge to be like, I'm gonna come out right now. That's what I said. I was
Right
like,
now.
mami, te puedo decir algo? And she was like, ¿qué? And I was like, pero no te puedes enojar. She's like, yo no te puedo decir que no me voy a enojar porque yo me voy a enojar. And I was like, si no, entonces ni modo, no te voy a decir. And she was like, okay, ¿qué? And I was like, so again, she's like, no. I'm like, see, and I'm like, no.
Wait, that was her answer? You were
Yeah,
like,
she
I'm
was
gay,
like,
and she
no.
was like, no?
And I was like, she was like, pero has estado con mujeres, ¿por qué no? And I'm like,
Wait, you been with women?
no.
Oh.
But she was like, has estado con, like asking like, oh, have you been with women? And I'm like, no, pero yo sé que no me gusta. And she was like, entonces, ¿cómo sabes que no te gusta esto que lo otro? She's like, es diferente esto que lo otro. And I'm like, mom, and she's like, ¿quieres estar con un viejo o qué? And I was like, sí. And she was like, ay, pues no sé. And after that, she was
I was no sé.
That is
She
their
was-
favorite line.
I was on TikTok at this point, and like I was posting content as normal, but people didn't know I had my suitcase ready in case like I got kicked out. Like I had like my stuff ready, and I was like still posting like normal, like nothing happened. And that's why when I say like, oh, people don't know what's actually going on in your life, because people are like, people could be like, oh, Comadre is like completely fine. I was so sad and so depressed. 'Cause I'm like, the people that should love me aren't loving me right now, and I might have to like. I told my friends, I was like, if I tell you to come pick me up right away. And I had in my suitcase like toda la ropa que yo like I love the most, like my favorite clothes in the suitcase. Because I was like, knowing how my family is, they won't let me come back.
Yeah, por si acaso.
You had your favorite clothes packed
Like I had it right
already?
next to my bed, and I was filming TikToks like sin nada. And I'm like, that's why I say like,
I love
ustedes
you.
nunca saben lo que anda pasando en la vida de la gente.
Your favorite
they-
clothes packed. Oh, you smell like laundry, by the way. I love how
Oh,
you
thank
smell.
you, thank you. I'm like, it's because I washed it yesterday.
You had your favorite.
Yeah, so
clothes
I'm like,
packed
that's why I'm
up?
like, coming out isn't easy.
It's not.
It's nada de fácil.
Pero no sospecharon.
Oh my god.
They didn't suspect it.
I feel like they did, but it's that thing where it's like you tell yourself it's not true.
Yeah. Like
Until I
denial.
confirmed it to her, she was like, no.
Right.
And so now she even told me, she's like, that's wrong, esto que el otro. But like, at the end of the day, I still love my mom. But she still has trouble like accepting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No,
Which is
get
where
you.
I come back to like the more like me da pena.
Are
Like
you
me
the
da,
only boy?
what? No, I'm the other. Like there's another boy in my family. Which I'm like,
Oh,
why y'all
there?
mad? Like there's another one who can like.
Yeah,
Like
go,
I have
go
sisters,
there.
I have brothers. Like I'm not the only one, pero usually when it comes to like homophobia and stuff like that, I come back to like, me da pena para ellos que ellos no pueden mirar lo que yo miro, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like you guys are so into like that mindset that you don't see what I see.
Yeah. Oh. But I don't know why that having your favorite clothes packed up comment was so
I was like,
deep.
Like
because
the way because I know the way my dad is, so I was like, if my dad, even though the clothes are mine and stuff are mine, when he gets mad, he's very much like, my dad used to be an alcoholic, so I know how he gets. He's very much like, no me importa, te sales como te sales. So if I didn't have my favorite clothes packed, I wouldn't be able to take them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not something I tell a lot of people, which I'm like, I'm sharing on here, but I'm
no,
I was very like, I was very
Thank
scared.
you.
Like I even told like a couple, I think of the friends I told, there were 3 friends. I was like, oh, Rosa, Hannah, like Vanessa, Tori, like, or 4. I was like, if I tell you to come pick me up, can you come pick me up like really quickly? Like my mom, I just told my mom, and like, I don't know if she tells my dad, like, I know it's not going to go good.
Yeah.
So I was like, what clothes do I love the more that I'm like, I'm going to take them with me.
I know. I just feel like that thought process of like knowing that you're picking your favorite clothes, you know, it's just like, it's like sad. And you were one of the friends that's so sweet of like,
that's why I always take
knowing.
Tori everywhere. And I'm like, if you don't like Tori, I don't like you. Cause I'm like, ella estaba ahí cuando,
Tori, you should get lit. I'm just
which
saying.
is why
like, just on some like.
I always like people. My mom and my family are like, "Oh, escoges tus amigos en vez de nosotros que somos tu familia." I'm like, when I didn't have my family, they were my family.
Right, exactly.
Of
Because like I
course.
know that I could depend on them when it
Yeah.
came down to nothing else, you know.
100%.
Which is why like I feel like with my friends now, I always like try to like take care of them most I can, because I'm like, they didn't know it, but they were the only thing I had when I came out.
Do you want to make everybody cry right now? Because you're about to make me fucking cry. Like, what are you, like, oh my God. Like, I love you. Like, if everybody in this bitch don't fucking absolutely fucking love you, like, what are we, like,
And it just shows
You're
like
making me
what
uncomfortable,
you can
first of all.
what you can hide, because I'm like,
I
during
get
that
you.
I was posting videos like happy, and everyone thought that, like nothing was happening
bad.
behind the scenes, but I'm like, tú nunca sabes lo que alguien está, which is why like even though like I can be mean sometimes, I try not to be, because I'm like, you never know what someone's going on.
Yeah.
Like I'm like over here laughing, making jokes, but on the inside you don't know, like in my house, like my dad's not talking to me, my mom's like not accepting me for who I am, like I might be homeless, like nada, you never know.
Yeah. No, but you're
That's
very brave for
Gracias.
that.
You too.
And I
No te hagas.
no,
You
not
too.
not really, because I'm not gonna lie, I was a full grown
Tienes más
adult.
huevos que yo, porque I wouldn't get tattoos on my neck or on hands because I'd be scared of what my parents would say. So you're braver than me.
My parents,
I'd be like, oh, no me importa, but at the end of the day, me importa. I just act like it doesn't porque no quiero que sepan. Pero you're brave. Everything is valid.
you know, thank you. But like sometimes your parents have to disappoint you to a level. I held my parents. I was a monaguilla, like straight up. Like I was like church, choir.
My parents wanted me to be a monaguillos también. I was like, no, they're nerds.
No, I did it. I was a monaguilla.
I was like, no.
I was one of them nerds. So in the choir, in the monaguilla, in the CCD, and all that shit, I was everything my parents wanted me to be, right? But, and I'm not gonna like expose like my family problems only because my dad will kill himself. But, some things were done in my life and in my family that when we found out, and I'm sure you can guess, when we found out, it took my dad from, so it just got it to the point where it was like, I dare you to tell me what the fuck to do with my life for the rest of my fucking life. So again, here we go, why I didn't talk to my dad for 14 years is because sometimes you find out some things about your parents that you're just like, everything I ever believed is a fucking lie. And so now, like, I wish you would because I've got some feelings to fucking talk to you about.
And I feel like it comes down to the same thing. It's like when you find out of all these things that like your family has done or like that people accept, I'm like, si hay un Dios out there, I'm like, the things I've done are nothing compared to that. Like, yo soy una buena persona. Like,
who you telling?
yeah, like, I'm sorry that I like love someone, but I'm like, if the only thing that I'm guilty of is love, then I'm not worried. Like, I'd rather go to like en donde sea for loving someone, you know?
Exactly. And it's like if the quote unquote God that created me automatically, like if I'm like predisposed to being hated by a God that created me, like just for literally, like you said, like loving whoever I love, like then
Like,
I don't want to be with
if
that
something
God.
that comes out of like a place of like like passion and like empathy is bad to you, then I don't want to be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Or
I want to be bad
quote-unquote
then.
good.
Like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's again, that's what kind of happened like within me is like I think que me retacaron en el pinche closet so fucking hard. Oh my god.
Te voy a
I
dar otro
love
cuando
you.
acabemos el podcast. Te lo voy
Ya
a
me
dar.
acabé mi pinche shot, es que
Ay.
tómate conmigo because like we getting deep.
Pray
babe.
for me. Pray for me because this
Pray
one's
for
heavy.
me because
Tori,
yeah,
you're taking
the-
half of this. For me.
No, she already took the whole other one. I'm gonna back her up because
Don't back
te
her.
toca,
Don't back Tori
te
up.
toca.
Don't-
Te toca.
This one's for you, Jimena.
No, but straight up. I feel like the majority of my life was so thrown like deep in that fucking closet because of what they instilled in me that if it wasn't for the fact that like that whole shit came crumbling down, I think that's the moment that I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck were y'all doing? Like what are you fucking talking about? So eventually I was finally like my true self, and I came out very late in my life, and I a lot of times like talk to people who came out early in their life, and I'm just like proud, but also like I'm like proud, I'm happy, but I'm also like damn, like I wish I would have had,
I get that though.
you know,
Because when I had came out to all of TikTok before I came out to my family. My friends knew, of course. But I told them, like, this is what I feel like made my mom come into perspective a little bit more. I was like, mami, ¿cómo te sientes que yo me siento más a gusto decirle a todo el internet, millones de personas quién soy, antes de decirte a ti? I was like, ¿no te afecta que like, yo les tengo más confianza a ellos que a ti? Porque yo les tengo miedo a qué me van a decir. I'm like, porque lo que ellos piensan de mí no me importa.
yeah,
Pero 5 personas en mi vida que me importa, eso es lo más grande de mi vida. I'm like, y yo le puedo decir a 5,000, 4,000, lo que sea, personas, y no me afecta nada. Si ellos dicen que mátate, lo que sea, pero que ustedes me digan algo que no te queremos así, eso a mí sí me afecta.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I feel you. Like, that's the same thing with my brother, bro. Like, by the time that whole thing happened with my family, I was like, man, fuck them. But when I had to come out to my brother, which my brother is like my fucking literal, like,
Porque it's like, it's your whole world.
life.
like,
and so I had to
anyone
have a
que no es-
conversation with him, and I was like,
Like, I don't even want to seem deep, but if you're not gay, you don't know what it's like to have, like, your whole world, like, almost fall apart and you be left with no one because of, like, what you are. And it's like, the thing is, it's not bad. It's just, like, letting them know of more information of who you are
Yeah.
and who you love.
yeah.
But
Pero
I
es
also
algo
think
tan...
that like just being gay or in general, just being queer in general, like it gives us more of a like, I guess, fire under our ass. I feel like so many queer people are so, I guess, like successful because like we have that fire under our ass to
Yeah.
prove so much more than everybody else, because we have to be like, okay, like rising above, like, you know what I mean, to
Yeah, because, like,
be
my
equal.
cousins, like, I love them, but, like, some of them, like, they just do normal jobs, right? And I'm like, me, luckily, gracias a Dios, like, I, like, have the, like, this TikTok career, like, hopefully que pueda seguir, ¿verdad? But I'm like, I feel like I always have this pressure to, like, prove myself to my family, even though, like, let's say one of my cousins works at T-Mobile. Nothing wrong with that. Love T-Mobile. I want to have a party in T-Mobile because of the lights. Pero the pink lights are so cool. I want to say that. T-Mobile sponsor me. Pero I feel like I'm always like trying to prove myself.
Yeah.
Even when I don't have to, because I'm like, they beat me at the fact that they're straight. So I have to prove myself more than them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not a healthy thing to do, but I feel like it does motivate me to the point where I'm like, I need to be more. I need to be more. Like, I know I can, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense or if I'm
No.
drunk. One
no,
of the two.
No,
No, yeah.
Absolutely. It's just, sorry, I saw the comment that said we need to see JT, and I was thinking about, like, I was, like, looking at that mic, and I'm like, I mean, JT could technically
JT,
be here.
come over here. What are you doing?
Like, if we could
Take
bring
my-
that
Three a crowd. I feel
mic.
like three's a
Can he
crowd.
take my seat while I go pee?
I mean, no, like, if go pee, because I'm going to
Okay.
have to go pee at some point. So,
Okay.
like, we both need
JT,
to.
come sit in this chair
No,
while I go
JT,
I'm
pee.
just
no,
gonna keep
put it
her-
up middle.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee. Be right
Alright,
back.
okay.
Go pee, we'll have a seat, and then we'll.
Okay.
No, but, like, if we, like, here's the thing, though, too, is I love that because both of them are so young that you motherfuckers came out, and also I've met your mom, JT, so, like, I love y'all. But, like, for me, me retacaron hasta la pinche last corner of the fucking closet because it was so, quote unquote, like, wrong, that like I couldn't even think of potentially. I was telling you, when a girl named Janelle touched my neck in middle school, I thought I was going to hell. Like, bro, I'm not even telling you, like, it's not even like I wanted to do it for the internet. No, this is pre-internet. This is, she touched my neck, and whatever it made me feel made me want to, like, shower 100,000 times,
like,
and it
fill
made
with
me
that.
feel so wrong. Like, this is medieval times in the gay world, by the way. Not even really, because still you have the 90s and the 80s. But just what I felt was so wrong that I was like, it's like, okay, perspective. First time I cussed, I think I was 8. First time I ever fucking cussed, I was in Mexico, in Juchipila, Zacatecas, Mexico. By myself, no parents, nobody. I washed my own mouth with soap. That's how much of a fucking square I was. I
Like,
put
grandma.
soap in my own fucking mouth because I said a curse word and I couldn't deal with the guilt. Thus, the guilt kink, by the way. However,
Y me lavé las manos,
whatever.
no crean. Me lavé las manos.
Can we just talk about that? The fact that I was by myself in Mexico and I cursed and I washed my own mouth with soap. So when I was in middle school and a girl named Janelle touched my neck and told me I was cute, I felt so guilty that she did that I like ran away and I never wanted to talk to her ever again. By the way, I thought she was, I mean, now that I think about what my feelings were, I clearly thought she was cute. But I just couldn't deal with it, that I just like ran away from it. It's like damn near, like I'm pretty sure like that's like on, like I think I am on the spectrum at some level, right?
I feel like we all are at some point,
Yeah.
Right?
you know?
So I just didn't know what to do with it. So then, I go through my life and I'm trying to be like quote unquote normal and, live my life. And eventually, like once my parents fell from whatever the fuck I had them
Like,
at,
pedestal, yeah.
Su nube.
that's when I was like, am I gay? And then that's when I tried it out and I was like, oh, I'm fucking gay. Okay, cool. So that's when everything else fucking happened. And that's where you see me where I am now. So when I see people as young as y'all that have come out and that have also had support, I'm just like so happy and proud of y'all. And I feel like like to a certain degree, like it becomes a part of my journey in life to like talk about that and to like hype that up and to be like fuck yeah, to the point where like I have a 12-year-old, right? So like I always like my conversation with him has always been like, or whoever you're into, but like he's straight. So I know that now because he just be like, I'm not gay. He's like, you're gay, I'm not. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. But I'm just trying to be a very progressive mom, like, or even my brother.
Period,
'cause
though.
he
I
didn't
feel like
used to
even
date,
having
and
that-
I would say that
even
to my
if
brother.
you know that you're not, I feel like having that support, knowing like my mom loves me no matter what,
Yes.
is something that means a lot, because not everyone can say that, and you're a really good mom for that.
Thank you. Don't make me fucking cry. But thank
No
you.
llores, pero like not everyone can say that. Like
Yeah.
I wish I could say that, but I can't. Like that's why like with my friends, like with Tori over there and Jimena and Bianca and like Hannah, Rosa, like all my friends, they're my family because I know that no matter what I say or what I choose,
Yeah.
ellos van a estar ahí conmigo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're an amazing mom. for
Thank
that.
you so much.
I wish I would have had that like when I was growing up, because that would have like solved so many of my issues. I feel like growing up, like the
Thank you.
confusion, like todo, like being scared,
Thank you.
because no one should be scared in their like household.
In their
Yeah.
And I'm glad that your son isn't.
Thank
Eres
you.
una mamá buena.
Thank you. Thank you. And and I agree. I
gays.
agree. Oh,
Scared.
he was like, be my mom. No, I'm just joking. No,
No, it's
but
great.
no, straight up, yes. But also, like, I agree with you. I wish I had that support in my life, that now maybe I get it a little bit more, which is very weird, because when I finally saw my dad after 14 years, he was supportive of my relationship at the time. But maybe it's because he's attracted to very young women. But, we're not going to talk about that. But,
Like with
anyway,
me,
let's talk about...
I've always said I wanted to
I was
adopt.
like,
I've always said I want.
No, listen.
I've always said I wanted to adopt, and whoever I get, I want them to just like know, like, oh, like, like whoever you love, like it's okay with me, like as long as you're happy and healthy, like that's all that matters to me. Like no importa, like I'm not gonna change like how I think about you, or like qué pasa, like it's okay.
No,
Like tú feliz and I'm feliz.
that's cool. So you definitely want to adopt? Would you ever like want a child? Would you ever conceive?
Maybe, but I honestly en mi cabeza, en mi little chirimoya, I think like if I love you enough, like eres mi familia. Like no importa. Like if you say you're my kid and I say you're my kid, eres mi chiquillo y ni modo. Y yo te quiero y quien que si tú quieres casar con una señora, un señor, lo que sea, con que estás feliz, yo soy feliz.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so fucking awesome. Wait, I'm gonna start this shit on Becca. You talk to them because you're beautiful ass. We've been talking about you this whole fucking time.
La belleza.
La belleza, fucking.
Nuestra belleza latina.
Yeah.
A ver, what
Tell
are
them
we
you
gonna
did
talk
this
about?
hair first of all.
Oh yeah, I'm her hairstylist if y'all know.
The entire fucking time.
My new hairstylist.
Yes.
Oh yes. OMG, can we please get you in the wig?
Put one of the wigs I already paid for, like right now. Put it.
Pónmelo.
Bad
Alright, guys,
bitch.
this is actually gonna turn into a masterclass.
I have a bunch of wigs at home. I have pink wigs, blue wigs, green wigs,
You didn't
black
see the
wigs,
wigs.
brown wigs, blonde wigs. Nomás números. Es que I sneak into frat parties. Porque they'll be like, oh, girls getting free. I can be that for you.
Okay.
I can be that. Me los pongo.
Yes.
I'm just flat chested.
I can.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Oh, we made it on nerves.
Persínate, mijo. I'll do it
But
for
back
you.
to coming out. The main person that I was. Who's the main person you was stressed coming out to? Me coming out to Ito. I thought I was gonna die.
Really?
I thought I was gonna die. But once, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't make it very difficult for me. He was just, Ito's very intimidating and very stern. So I just was very like,
Right.
but once I came out to Ito, I was like, the rest of the world, I don't give a fuck.
That's
like,
I feel like it's like a weight off your
he
shoulders.
was the person.
Or you can breathe normally. Like it's like,
Is there anyone in your life that you felt like once you came out to them?
mi mami.
Oh,
Like my mom. Like I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I love my dad, but I'm like at the end of the day, my mom doesn't love me. Like ella es la que me cargó, la que like me chiquillo. I'm like after I came out to her, and she was like, she said no at first. She's like, no, eres gay. But afterwards, she kind of like got a little bit more open to it. She was kind of like, I was kind of like nada me importa. Like as long as my mommy can love me, like I can love myself too. You know?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was more scared to tell my dad, but I never ended up telling him. I told my mom, and I just let her figure out what to do with the rest. And because I didn't care at that point. What was crazy is I never liked my dad. Like even when I was little, like I would tell my mom, like, I don't know why you're with him. Like I don't like him, like for no reason. I mean, I know the reasons now, but
Same.
but yeah, then I never told my abuela either. What was crazy is that, you know, like I'm half Mexican, half black. Surprisingly, my Mexican abuela, like she never cared. I never have told her I'm gay ever in my life. Like I just told her one day, like, yeah, that I had a boyfriend, and she was like, oh, okay.
I feel like that's how it is though.
I love
Because
that.
like mi abuelita también and like my tías and tíos, they know I'm gay, but they never ask about it. They just like
Yeah.
love me.
It's
They're
like-
just like, oh, like a mí no me afecta, like todo está bien. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's the best part because it's like unconditional love. Like it's like no importa qué. They're like, eres familia, like te vamos a cuidar.
I love that. Yo, the future is lit, bro. The future is so fucking lit.
It is for sure. It's
Because I feel like, I wonder if my grandma from my dad's side even knows I'm gay. Because my grandma, my favorite grandma, I'm not going to lie, no disrespect to the grandma on my dad's side, but my favorite grandma, she died. So, and she always fucking called me gallina kikiriki. Like, which means
Oh my
chicken
God.
that wants to be a rooster.
Yeah, because I had a chicken que cuando la compré, she would crow and my abuelita, she would be like, eso no está bien, pero ni modo la vamos a que no la vamos a cuidar. And I'm like, why is this like LGBTQ friendly? Like she's standing, she's like, if she crows, it's okay. Ni modo.
My grandma called me gallina kikiriki all the fucking time.
She
This is
knew.
back in the, yes.
She knew.
So she knew. So she would always call me Toña Machetes, gallina kikiriki, and Juana Gallo all the time. So she been knew, and she was just like, whatever the
And
fuck
you know
you
what?
got going.
She did that out of love.
I
like,
know.
Out of like, you know
I
what?
wanna cry. I want to fucking cry.
Say what you want to say, but Latinos, Hispanos, like out of the things that we are, we call like our family like, oh, like
About to cry.
flaca, like gordo, esto que el otro, but they do it out of love, out of like, oh, like we're
You're,
making
like,
fun of you, but
deepest-
also like kind of like we're accepting you. She knew, and she was like, te quiero de todos modos.
Straight up, because my grandma My grandma was so intimidating, but she was so loving at the same time. She was a fucking Scorpio, which is why my beef with Scorpios, because I'm like, ugh. And so now I'm fucking,
No Scorpio slander, please.
I straight slander the fuck out of Scorpios all the fucking time.
Mine is Pisces.
I think I was just calling
Scorpio
a Scorpio
women.
in my life. Scorpio women?
Pisces men.
She's a Scorpio woman. But, I point because that's where she sits, but I don't know where the fuck she went. But no, my grandma, like, she would always talk mad shit, and she called me Gallina Kikiriki, Doña Machetes, and Juana Gallo. And she always would say, like, you know, just all them little comments, but I loved her so much, and I, like, looked for her as acceptance that other than my mommy issues, because my mom would send me to my grandma's house all the time, I looked, like, my mommy issues come from my grandma and my mom. And then my tia. Like, everybody in my family threw me around to whoever can deal with me for, like, 2 months. And it was only because I have a, like, I guess I would just talk a lot. Like, I would say what I thought. And I'd be like, what, my tio's a cheater. Turns out, I was right.
Being vocal is always...
Dude,
like,
straight up.
Being vocal is good.
Everything I said as a little 8-9-year-old was right. So I'm
I'm like, the same thing. I'm like, if
I'm
I say que, like,
Socrates.
alguien es algo... It's because they are. Like, I'm not lying. Like, I'm just saying what I see.
That's what happened to me. My whole
Who
life.
said chaparro? That's hilarious. That's
What happened?
that's what my little Miami family calls me. That's hilarious. But keep going.
No, straight up. Everything I said since I was a little fucking kid, I was like, my tío is a fucking creep. This person is this. This person is that. I was
But they
like,
can
why
excuse
y'all
that,
don't
but
fuck
not
with
being
me
gay.
with this?
Literally, me
Bruh.
too. Me, like, my tío's going, like, él está en, like, he's going to jail, and they would be like, how'd you know? And I'm like, I could tell he was going to jail. Like, you could just tell. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I knew. I was like psychic.
Yeah. No, straight up. I was like, my
Los
uncles.
borrachos y los chiquillos nunca dicen mentiras.
No, straight
That's
up.
so true. Like, if a little
That's
kid
true.
tells you, like, oh, something, it's because it's true. Because they have that, like, innocence where they don't know better.
Yeah.
So they just say it out.
Yeah.
Out loud.
My uncle would be like talking about my body. Like, dude, one of my uncles, by the way, my mom's one of 9. My dad's one of 9. So it's a lot of them. So don't fucking hit me with a fucking random lawsuit. But one of my uncles would always talk about my body in a negative way, but I'm just like, I'm your niece,
so
and why are
weird.
you talking about my body? 2, you keep calling me fucking ugly. 3, you are fucking gay and you keep fucking with the pueblo gay guy, and we don't even live in a big ass fucking town, so we all fucking know. So he'd always be fucking offended, and I was like, and then he'd be like, rezongona, yeah, fucking spoiled, I'm a brat, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, but why is it okay when you talk about me and you call me ugly? I was eating cereal. I was literally eating cereal in the fucking morning. 7 a.m. This motherfucker walks up to me. He's like, you're ugly. Like, you're so fucking ugly. I'm disgusted. That's what he would say to a fucking 11-year-old.
Cochino de él. And
Hijo de su
that's why
puta
you have
perra
to be,
madre.
you have to be fucking rude. You have to be like, y sí, y ni modo. Y es verdad.
But when I would say my shit, they'd be like, rezongona.
And me, I'd be like, y sí soy. ¿Y qué? Y tener que aguantar.
I wish I
Y
had
tener
those
que
balls.
aguantar.
I wish I had those balls. When my mom would say that shit to me and she would talk like, she'd be like, eres bien this, eres bien that. And I'd just be like, nobody loves me. But now that I grew up, I'm like, guess what? I was fucking right about them. I was right about you. I was right about them. I was right about all of them. Fuck y'all. Don't fucking hit me up. And fuck your Thanksgiving and your Christmas.
Period.
So when I have my quinceañera I never fucking had, you're not invited. Except for my tia Chelly. She's invited because she loved me.
We stand Tia Chelly.
Tia Chelly,
We love you.
she's a shit. I love her. And that's it. But that's what family be like. And my grandpa, he's lucky he died because he'd have got cussed the fuck out now that I found out what he was doing my whole life. Pinche abuelito, hijo de su puta madre.
Y que
I don't give
chingue
a
su
fuck.
madre.
Y que chingue su puta madre. No, straight up, what? That's a problem?
Look at that username.
I know.
That's
Who?
crazy.
Time out for you.
Yeah.
No,
man.
block him, block him, block
That's
him, block him, block him.
crazy. I'm so sorry.
But that's crazy. That's a crazy line you said. He's lucky he died.
Yeah.
No, he is. Because
He's
if
lucky
not,
he died.
not only would he have gotten hate from her, from me too. The thing, I have a spam where I bully the fuck out of people.
Everybody on
And, like,
TikTok,
anyone
go over to
who's
YouTube
racist,
because I'm about to talk my
homophobic.
real shit. I'm about to talk my real shit. Everybody on TikTok, go over to YouTube because I'm about to talk my real shit, but I don't want to get blocked off TikTok because honestly, TikTok be mad sensitive. But I'm gonna say something
I
that
bully people.
You two are pretty sensitive too. No?
What?
If they're homophobic, racist.
Oh
any of
yeah,
that,
for sure. You
I have
you
my
can get all the
spam.
smoke.
Mexican beanerina a la verga. That's me. I'm like,
Oh,
I be
yes.
bullying people. I'm like, run on the freeway con tus ojos cerrados. I'm like, I be saying stuff. I'm like, I don't think I'd be saying that to anyone. I'd be like, si
like
te lo
jumping-
mereces. Si te lo
Jump in
mereces.
your swimming pool and take 3 deep breaths from me.
Tres, nomás tres.
I seen that shit on TikTok. That was hilarious.
yes, no, but straight up, that's something that like we, you know, especially being like in our, you know, families. Obviously, we're not American, but we come from other. So like my grandpa, like my music, I got it from my grandpa. I got it from my dad, who got it from my grandpa, right? So he was like, you know, traveling musician, mariachi, like that's what the fuck. But then when I grew up knowing what the fuck he was up to, and then I had cousins tell their story, but the whole family turned on them to the point where my cousins were like, never mind, actually I imagined it. Have you ever seen somebody do that?
Like,
And it'll make you just be like,
No, but you have to stick
because
with
I was
it.
ready to, bro, I was ready to go to war. When my cousins told me what they went through, I'm like, let's go. Like, fuck this shit.
You have to stay with it because I've told my family, I'm like, si invitas a este family, because I've had that too. Like, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
in my family, and I'm like, if that family member's gonna come over, let me know, because I'm gonna leave the house because I don't want to be in any area in like that they're in, and I'm like, and let me know, and I'll take my nieces too because I don't want them to go through anything that like that like my tias and like my cousins have suffered through. I'm like,
Straight
I'll
up.
leave, or if
Straight
you guys want me to stay, I'll stay, but I'm gonna say something. So it's up to you guys what you guys want.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I literally went through that shit. And it's like, you know, I have a couple cousins go through the same thing, but then one of them backed out. And one of them was like, you know what? Actually, never mind. That was a figment of my imagination. And then the other one was like, no, bitch. Like, what the fuck? We went through this shit. So now I'm sitting here, like, as a cousin, having to be like, who's, like, what? Who do I believe? What's going on? But then my family's like, psych, you imagined it. So now you're
Y ellos
sitting here like,
ellos perdonan como si es
Bro.
nada. And I'm like, ustedes perdonan porque no les pasó a ustedes. Pero at them, they're gonna live their whole life with that. I'm like, eso no es justo y eso no es correcto.
they rather hate a gay person
No, and
for
I've
who
told
they
that,
really are
I've told that to
than
my,
hate a fucking
I've told that to my mom
pedophile.
too. I'm like, ustedes perdonan
I
a ese viejo, pero a mí no, por la persona que yo amo, ustedes perdonan a él que ha like lastimado las vidas de muchas de nuestras primas, pero a mí no, porque yo quiero a este muchacho. I'm like, entonces ustedes tampoco no van a ir al cielo, entonces nos vamos a ir al mismo lugar ustedes.
Yeah, we
tú y
all
yo.
in hell throwing a fucking
Tú
party.
y yo.
Invítale a la
Like,
pinche tambora.
Somos pinches roommates allá abajo, entonces no. Ni modo.
But that's what's fucked up. It's just like, and then you start getting that grudge against that cousin that backed out. But then you also got to check yourself by like, maybe she wasn't ready to say that shit. But at the same time, now she's leaving another cousin out in the open.
Yes, yo siempre les...
So you're like,
I always
right or
believe
wrong,
them.
Tell
If
me
I'm
that
like-
doesn't get deep, bro.
Yeah.
Like one person comes out about their trauma, another person comes out about their trauma, but then this person backs out. So now this person looks crazy. So now the whole family
yeah.
is attacking that person. And now you as a person who's like, yo, I'm ready to fucking go to war for this shit. Now you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm gonna still stand by the victim because I'm like, I believe it.
Y
Because
siempre-
we know, we
and I
seen
always-
what we
and
seen.
my family gets like that too, and I'm like, si saben cómo me pongo, no hablen, porque ustedes saben que yo voy a defender y no me importa. Y que alguien se ponga...
Tú eres de las mías. Tú
o sea,
eres de
que
las
alguien,
mías,
que
bro,
alguien
like,
se
straight
enoje,
up.
yo todos modos voy a dormir bien pinche a gusto en mi cobija de la virgencita y no me importa. Hasta más a gusto voy a dormir sabiendo que los hice enojar a ustedes por defender algo que yo pienso que es correcto.
Straight up. Straight up.
In all honesty, it's not that I can't relate, but it's that, like, I don't know why. Anytime one of my family members piss me off,
Comadre, tómele,
just
because you
stop.
know what? Eres de las mías, and you know what? Protect comadre at all fucking costs.
at all costs, please.
Sure.
Uno
Yeah, I
chiquito,
just
uno
don't give a
chiquito
fuck.
porque
so
ya
I
lo
just
siento, ya lo
cut
siento.
them off.
Sorry.
I haven't talked to one of my
Look for a
grandmas
water,
in
please.
so long.
Look for a
I
water.
was ready to not talk to my grandpa, and then he fucking died. I was like, yo. And then the stepdad of, you know, one of my cousins, the same moment they was both getting blamed, both these motherfuckers died. I was like, yo, y'all are some fucking cowards to die. To die because you both got
Die before
blamed
your
at the same
sentence.
time? Fucking cowards. How dare you? How dare you die at the same time? I hate y'all.
Wait,
But-
what? Who else died?
You want me to just like expose it?
Well, no, I just didn't hear, but it's alright.
My tia's husband and my grandpa got blamed at the same time, and they both died like within months.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
It was wild. It was like,
Conspiracy.
¿Quieres una agua?
you know.
Nah, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, it was just fucking wild. But you know,
Black Sheep game. Honestly, I love it. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. I love when
I'd
people are
rather
like,
be the
eres
different
esto
one.
que el otro, que I'm like, I feel like me being like todo lo que mi familia no quiere shows my younger cousins, like mis primos, de que tienen like 15, 14, like 20, like lo que sea. And like, I feel like it shows them like it's okay to be like no lo que tu familia quiere. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to be like not the favorite cousin. Like, les enseña que like it's okay to be different.
JT,
Like, nada pasa.
everybody wanted to know what your story was that you didn't tell. I could have swore you did it. You kind of didn't want to say it.
What's
Well,
the
that you cut people off. You'd rather cut people off. That thing.
right now? Oh yeah. I mean,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that. Yeah. I mean, I haven't spoken to one of my grandmas in a long time because basically, like before I moved to Miami, she was talking with my little brother, and like basically she was just trying to like dismiss the fact that like I'm gay or whatever, and yeah, it was just like something like that like really kind of hurt me because she's never talked about it ever a day in her life with me, and then so like it was just like something she just talked to my brother about, and like me and my brother are like best friends. Like we tell each other everything. There's nothing that's gonna be said behind closed doors that we're not gonna know about each other, or tell each other. And he told me, and I was like, bet. So I never went to go say bye to her, which, you know, I am letting go. I'm learning that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't hold grudges, but it's just that I haven't made time to go and see her, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not, like, going out of my way to talk to her. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, girl, I'm here to love on the people who are loving on me.
Straight up.
So,
Yeah. But also, like, in case you guys wanted to, like, sometimes you guys see somebody not say something.
I was like,
Sometimes people don't want to say too many details. So it's like, you know, like, we be trying to, like, read between the lines because I'm just
oh, no,
like,
I'm not scared to say no details.
Oh, well, then say them.
You're like, I'll say
Hey,
names.
talk about it.
I'll give
Talk about it.
addresses.
Okay. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, it gets a little bit sticky for some of the topics, I think, when we really
Yeah, 'cause
want
you
to.
never know if someone wants to spill their trauma or not.
Exactly. It gets a little bit like, I like me, I get a little awkward when people, because of me, like my own shit. Like if you ask me about things and I'm not ready to say it, or for example on the internet, like there's some things about my life and family or my dad or things I don't want to talk about. So sometimes when people I read it a little wrong because I'm just like trying to, my anxiety is telling me maybe they don't want to say it, so I step in. But if you ever have anything you want to say, then just fucking say it. I just me da vergüenza ajena, you know.
I also feel like sometimes like it's kind of hard, even though you don't want to admit it, like acknowledging que te pasó algo or que like you lived through something, because it's
Absolutely.
like I feel like sometimes you convince, like with me, I'm delusional as fuck. You know, voy a decir esto desde ahorita. So I convince me like, yo tuve una vida bonita, esto que el otro, but I feel like it's more of like me in my head convincing myself and admitting to like, pasaste por algo que no era like normal. It's hard, so it's easier to be like, nada pasó que like algo pasó. You know, like you acknowledge it to yourself, pero es más difícil decirlo like a ti o a ti que like esto me pasó a mí, you know?
Yeah. Like, for example, I'll give you an example that I don't think I've ever said, and I'm not going to say any details, but there's like a constant memory that pops in my head that when I really think about it, I'm like, okay, maybe that was like not ill-intentioned. Maybe that was like a regular, like that was, but now as a grown fucking woman, after everything I've been through in my life, like if I was to die tomorrow, I would look back and be like, that's something that for some reason haunted me my entire life, and in dreams and in life, that I don't think if I was to explain it, you would think was wrong. Or maybe you would, you know, depending on what side of TikTok you're on. But you'd be like, that's peculiar that after all these years you still think about it. That's weird, right? So it's just like, life is weird. And I've now after being public for so long and like, you know, I've gone through a very public breakup where like people have picked sides and have picked who the villain is and have picked whatever the fuck they want to pick, right? You realize that after a certain while, like, you know, the prettier person is the victim and the more masculine person is the bad guy, and you know, the things happen however the fuck they happen. So you're like, okay, cool, whatever. But you start to realize like sometimes some things you're just not going to expose on the internet, because depending on which way you fucking cut it, it could be whatever the fuck. And at the end of the day, yo, human beings, we're just here and we try to make sense of whatever the fuck is in front of us, and we try to live a normal life. And at the end of the day, one day we're all gonna die, and it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing fucking matters. All that matters is what the fuck you let traumatize you for the rest of your life. That's it. So I've lived my life cool, but then one random day something sneaks up and you be like,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I grew up knowing there was never a SA situation in my life. Knowing. And then at 32 years old, I had a moment where I was like, right? And it wasn't like a straight up, like, by definition. It was just one of them things where it was like,
Like self-realization.
that was weird. That's it. It's just like, that was weird. So now you don't even get to explain. You just get to be like.
And I feel like sometimes it's easier to just be like, let's not talk about that, or let's not think about it. Because
That.
it's like, I feel like unpacking it is what makes it more difficult. Especially like, I feel like todos aquí, especially us, tenemos like nuestra personality that's like very like alegre, bien contento. But I feel like sometimes those people are the ones that are like, lo esconden lo mejor. Because it's like, it's easier to like make a joke out of something else than like, see, look, lo que te pasó a ti, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, no, and then sometimes you go through things where it's like, I've had friends that when I hear their life, I'm like, how are you still here? Like, I can't
And still
fucking.
like emitting good energy.
So it somehow makes you feel like, bitch, I'm gonna just keep
This-
fucking
yeah.
quiet. Like, I ain't shit
No, yeah.
compared to what the fuck
I always
you're
say that
going
too.
through.
I'm like, compared to lo que lo ha pasado a la otra gente, yo no tengo nada de qué hablar. And that's when I get like religious. I'm like, si hay un Diosito out, like if there's a Diosito out there, like I know que like él me quiere a mí, y yo lo quiero a él, because I'm like, he wouldn't make me pass through this without like there being something good at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you. There's definitely been times when I hear people's story, people's testament, and I'm like, they're inspirational as fuck to like what my life is. But also I'm just like, mejor me quedo callada because my life is fine. compared
I'm
to
like,
that, you know?
mejor me apuro de ti y qué puedo hacer para ayudarte a ti and to help myself, because I'm like, I feel like helping you would like help me in a sense of like distracting me from like mis propios problemas, you know?
Yeah. So, and that's how you become a giver. And that's how you become fucking trauma bonded to people and codependent.
This is why you do shroom.
No, absolutely.
I feel like, okay, I was gonna say, I didn't want to like try to promote
No,
drugs. I'm not
absolutely.
promoting drugs. I'm so sorry.
No,
Especially microdosing.
you're like, they
I'm
don't,
just
but they
saying.
work.
I'm just like, I mean, don't do them as a party drug first. I would say, you know, delve into yourself, and just leave it there.
Yeah. Look, it's so weird because the smarter you become and then you're on this fucking earth, you're just like, damn, we just here. Like, we just here and we just got to pass the time. Okay, me, as a person who tours, I be on a bus. So, for example, in less than 30 days, right, or more, I'm going to be on a bus, and then every single city, I get back on the bus, I perform, and then I get back on the bus, and then they drive me to the next city, and then I perform, and then I get back on the bus, and then I drive to the next city. So months of my life are gone. I'm just gone. There's so many hours that I spend driving, and I'm on the road, and I'm in my bed, and I'm just like, wherever the fuck I come to next, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm disconnected, which is why for so long of my life I loved being in a relationship, because I'm like, if I'm in a relationship, then my personal life is good. I go on a tour, I do this. But as a single person now, which for a year I've been single, nothing is solid. I'm single. I'm on a bus. I get drove somewhere else. I perform. I do my thing. I'm like a dancing monkey. I pick it up. I leave. Next thing, again. I'm a fucking circus.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking circus.
I feel like at the end, even though you're a circus, it's nice to you because it's like you don't get to focus on like your problems. So it's like they're still there, but you get distracted because you're like, I have to take care of these
Give me
people
a
before I
fucking
take
shot.
care of myself. Because that's honestly what I do myself. Like if you guys ever wonder like why hasn't Comadre posted, I go through things. Except la thing is, I don't like to
pour it up because
I don't like to worry people about myself. I like to worry about like myself without like worrying others. So it's like if I can make sure that they're okay before myself, I'm like, then that's a good job because I can worry about myself a different day. You know what I mean? You put others before yourself because it's like I feel like you're naturally born to take care of other people because that distracts you. You know,
girl.
like that's what I do. Like I'm like I have to do this and I have to do that, and then I get stressed out about that. But I do that as a like mechanism for me to defend my like myself because it's like I'd rather take care of you than take care of myself because I'm like I know at least with you puedo hacer un bien, as with me I don't know if I can take care of myself like that. You know,
The last year of my life was
and it's so
exactly
hard.
that.
Like and it's like other people might be like, oh, like
Touring.
nada pasa, but I'm like, es difícil. Like even though you don't see it, I see it. Like it's so difficult.
Touring the whole country and then you come back home and then you go Europe, so you're in Spain, fucking all this fucking shit, fucking Paris, France, where the fuck
Anything
we
to
was at?
distract you.
England, all that shit, right? But then you just like you're just like, what is this? Like where am I? Like what am I doing? Like every single fucking day it becomes I'm in a new city, I do this, I do that, I do meet and greets, I do sound check, I do show. Next city, meet and greet, sound check, show. Meet and greet, sound check, show. And then you go through a whole year of your life and you're like,
I think like one of the most important like I guess how would you say like lessons that I've ever learned is that like you have to stop waiting to like I guess like llegar al, like you know like to the destination, if that makes sense. Like life happens literally when you're just sitting there and you're just like, oh, like this is nothing, I'm just waiting for the next big thing in my life to happen. But it's like those moments are very few and far between, and it's like I feel like cherishing like literally like little moments, like I'm like walking to work or like on my fucking train ride to work, and I'm just like looking around, I'm like, wow, I'm really like in this human body, like just like experiencing life right now.
Sorry, okay. I like hiccuped and like burped at the same time.
I was scared. But
nice.
yeah, I feel like it's more I feel like another thing that's really scary is when like the realization that like how you said like if you're like not in a relationship, like nothing is secure, and it's like regardless in life, like literally everything is permanent, everything is like not secure or is impermanent. And that's another thing that was tripping me up for a while when I had first started taking shrooms, and I was like really just stuck in this thing of like unfortunately like everything isn't permanent. So like I'd be like texting my family, I'm like who knows, like one of them could like this could be my last day with one of them. And instead of like thinking like that, like I've started to think, you know, like just cherishing every single day with them and all kind of shit like that, you know, like the cliche, yes. But it's like that really is like true. It's like if you get stuck in those loops of like, damn, like this isn't like, you know what I mean, like I'm not stable, I don't feel like stable. It's like, is anyone really ever stable, really?
I love you. Sorry, I'm sorry, that was just like super genuine. I'm like looking at you and I'm just like, no, it is very true. Like
un abrazo.
Group hug.
Mucho amor.
no, real shit. Like I do love JT. You've always breathed that energy into, you know, all this shit. But I don't know, I had this convo recently where I'm like, you know, a lot of times when you're having an existential crisis or some sort of crisis, like you think like, you know, I don't know, when I was 15, I was thinking, I can't wait to finally have money, right? My mom had refried beans in the fridge. Yes or no? That was our meal.
Yeah.
It might be either refried beans or tuna. Or she worked at a bakery, so she would put the bakery goods at like 99 cents.
Yeah.
So she'll bring them.
Clearance.
That was it. Like, that is the extent. We never had snacks. We never had Hot Pockets. Like, I remember going to my friend's house and seeing Kudos and being like, this is fucking lit. Like, you're rich. Like, you got Kudos. Like, we got snacks. Like, it's lit. We never had none of that shit. We had water and fucking whatever mommy left. And mommy was struggling. So she was clubbing and partying and going out till 7 in the morning. And this is pre-cell phone. So I would think my mom was dead in a ditch.
I think you told me that.
I'd be up at like 2 a.m. thinking about my mom. And I'd be like, she hasn't been home. So I'd be up 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Mommy finally shows up. And I'm thinking my mom's dead for 9 hours a night. Like, that was my life. So I was very traumatized as a kid. But whatever. Love my mom. Glad she lives in Mexico. Glad I don't have to worry about her. But that was it. Like, that was my fucking life. But when I think about nowadays, you know, like what makes me feel better about life is like people like this motherfucker. Like, I be hearing him and like his experiences and like the universe and like life, and I'd be like, that's so great. Like, as long as we're on this earth, surround yourself with people that still see some sort of shit here, because that's it. Like, that's about it. Like, it's me, my brother, and my son. Like,
That's
great.
okay.
As long as there's something.
The quality of
I have
quantity.
hiccups, sorry. As long as there's something there, I'm like, I feel like that motivates you. You know what I mean?
Something.
Because, like, when I didn't have, like, my family, like, standing behind me, I was like, I still have my friends. I'm like, that's at least someone who cares about me. So I'm going to keep caring about myself to make sure that they don't lose someone.
Right.
Absolutely. My brother and I, we didn't fucking know. But I remember one time this is going to get real dark, by the way, I'm sorry. But one day we was sitting in the living room and we talked about it, and both of us finally admitted to each other that we might both not be here the next day. And then I was like, wait a minute, hold on. It's just us two and my son. I'm like, we can't both do it on the same day. I'm like, yo, he's going to be traumatized. I'm like, yo, we got to decide what we doing. And so that's wrong. That's bad. My bad. But that was very traumatizing for me. I was like, yo, like, I knew I was depressed and I wanted to kill myself, but I didn't know it was both of us. Like, he's 12.
I guess I kind of remember. Is that like more recent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you were talking about something older.
No. I was like, that's the day it hit me. I was like, hold on, it can't be both of us, because it's just us and a 12-year-old.
And also, I don't know about you,
God
but
forbid we do it on a Tuesday, same day.
yo tengo
Don't do it. Sorry.
sobrinas chiquitas, and I'm like, sometimes when I get really sad, I start thinking about them, and I'm like, yo quiero que un día, si ellos crecen y piensan like lesbian or bi, lo que sea, and I'm like, I want them to know que tienen un tío que es gay and he's proud of himself, and I'm like, who they can like talk to and like count on if their parents don't want to support them, lo que sea, que I'm like, someone who they know that they care about. So I'm like, I always think about like them, and I'm like, my Lita Natties, I'm like, I want them to know que tienen que, they have someone who cares about them.
Aww.
And like who would put them first, you know?
I love
Yeah, I
that.
want to
I
be
have
a cool
hiccups. That's how you
uncle.
know I'm drunk. If I hiccup, es que estoy borracho.
The cool uncle and the cool auntie are always the lifesavers.
That's why. So I wanted to have a baby because I was in a serious relationship. But now I'm like, maybe I want to be an auntie. Like, maybe now I should be that sister that's pressuring her brother. Like, when are you going to have a baby?
All right, we gotta get
Esa
out of
niña
here.
no se aguanta. Eh. No, I'm just joking. No. Yo,
Nah,
no.
but I mean, we
Where's the
haven't learned for
tacos?
they're here. Just once.
So bring them in. So let's do a day once.
Yeah.
Okay, so to everybody that's watching the podcast right now, usually with our guests, we will do an after hours where you can't screen record, you can't nothing. Now it's more free, and we're gonna eat some tacos, and we're gonna have a good time.
Oh, yes.
And everybody on the internet can fuck off, but if you really love us and you really are a day ones and you really are a member, do not screen record. Do not talk about this shit. This is the secret VIP club. And we're gonna get some food and we're gonna talk about some shit, all right? And if it got very depressing and you think we okay. We're gonna be all right.
Trauma
okay?
dump is over.
The trauma dump is officially over.
Se
Don't
acabó,
worry.
se acabó.
Yeah.
You know, they be having their good time. I got enough pussy to last me a lifetime. We lit. Don't worry about me, baby. You feel me? Maybe I made a mistake or two, but guess what? I'm gonna fix it within the next year. All right, I love y'all. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this shit. We'll see you guys for the day ones. If you're not a day ones, go to youtube.com/everydaydays/join. Become a day ones.
Say bye.
If you are a day ones, we fucking love you. We out.
Bye.
Esa niña no se aguanta. Quiere todo porque el pussy sabe a Fanta. Si la dejas por pendejo se te casa. Dale todo, dos de lengua y una horchata. Si te alcanza, I'm the shit, huh? Are you catching what I'm throwing for a pickup? Same bitch I always was, now I'm just richer. I'm about to shake it up, bitch, check the Richter. This a sticker. You say some things your numbers don't say. I got some kids with toys that don't play. Kilo de azúcar pa' mi conflace. I don't need roses, pour me rosé. No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, pam. No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, pam. Don't try to play me, baby. I'm a michoacana, which means I've been a Mexican snack and I'll split your banana. Solo yo sé mi rollo guayaba, también sácate cana. Me encanta la línea de Fanta porque nadie me aguanta. Por eso I've been on my grind, I've been on my grind. They've been cold and I've been on, but my name's Snow. I got it and it's ice on my chest. You can suck a paleta if you hate. Aquí se respeto, te empaco maleta por güey. No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam. No soy santa,